foot.
Okay, let's stop talking about anime and start talking about Warhammer Fantasy. Welcome to, I think it's session 4. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Lost track.
Yep. So, last we left off, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there was a cliffhanger on the barge. Is that right?
Yeah, the two people that had met Kern were dead on the barge.
You found 2 bodies dead on the barge, on the Berabelli, as it's called, belonging to your friend Joseph, or rather Kern's friend Joseph, who is planning to make a trip down to the market town of Bogenhafen, because he's interested in selling some wine at an upcoming festival and joust that is taking place there. As you'd arrived at the barge after an evening of being out on the lash, I guess, in the street of 100 towns, you came across these 2 bodies, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you had just discovered that they had been killed by a crossbow bolt. Well, crossbow bolts, plural.
Oh yeah, and we all looked at Whittled questioning.
And you dumped them over the side of the barge, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the last thing that you did.
Yeah, we dumped the bodies and we were discussing what to do next. Oh yeah, we bought time. Fucking old Joey won't send the boat down the river
Right.
until.
Old Joseph has agreed to delay. He'd already factored in that he might need a few days of prep on the far side. So he's able to make that accommodation as long as you make quick progress once you finally do set out for the town of Bogenhafen. So
we need. I think it was 4 or 5 days is the longest thing we need, and that's for the horse.
That was only 2 days.
Only 2 days for the horse.
Oh, okay.
I remember you'd agreed with Joseph that there would be 2 days. I think I'm trying to remember how much he said that he'd pay you.
I'm pretty sure it was like
an
the
opportunity
weekend.
to take advantage of your DM here because I can't remember how much he
Wasn't it 10 gold
Don't
a
worry.
day?
10 gold a day, yeah, that sounds about right.
No, it was like
8 shillings or something like that.
yeah, it was like half a gold. So like,
Oh, it might have been 8.
I
Might
thought
have
it
been
was
10 shillings a day,
Yeah,
not
10
10 gold a day.
Alright, we'll call it 10,
Yeah,
we'll call it
I've
10
got the
shillings.
No, I've got the notes because they were rounded up to a half a gold each for the trip.
Yeah, okay. Half a gold each for a trip. Yeah, 10 shillings. Right, 10 shillings a day each.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Alright, that's fine. So you're on 10 shillings a day for the trip, and he said that he'll start paying you when you set off and not before. So there's 2 days in Altdorf on your own.
actually,
So,
Okay.
it is late evening, probably looking at about 11 o'clock at night. It's a half moon tonight. And you've just dumped these 2 bodies over the side of the water into the canal. Joseph and his crew are more than a little bit upset. Not at you, but at the general situation. They're quite eager to leave. They don't really want to stick around, and they're only staying because you guys have insisted.
Well, should we get some sleep, boys? I feel
Yeah.
like we should think about this on clear heads.
I think we should have a watch posted just in case anything fishy goes on during the night.
I agree, you should be on watch tonight.
okay, good idea, mate.
Thank you for volunteering for second watch there, Whittled.
Oh, good, yeah.
Well, it just so happens that you're all in luck, because me and my crew had already been planning to do that.
I'm in favour of them doing that.
I know my perception's terrible,
Still,
so
you know, if you want to start earning your keep a bit early and start doing some work on the ship, you know, I'm not going to complain. If you want to start watch.
What, 10 shillings for watching for
Oh,
a
I don't
couple of
think
days?
so, mate. I think you just be doing it out the good of your own heart, right, and a bit of your own personal security.
Calm down,
I
Pete.
think-
Pete, just calm down, mate. He shot a child not long ago.
I do think it would look good for us if we do help them with watching tonight, because
yeah. I'll take the first watch.
Well, isn't he an elf, right? That knife over there, can't he, like, not sleep?
I don't know about that.
He's just gonna throw it on my feet like that.
Yeah, let's let Antares take the entire night
It's
watch.
positive discrimination.
Targus bemoans his station, but he's like,
He
whatever.
bemoans his station. Okay,
I mean, we don't want him out and about in a day. There's a witch hunter after him. So during the day, someone can just watch or keep an eye on him whilst he sleeps.
Remember when
there
we
is
were-
still the mystery of that strange witch hunter and his accomplice, who have been seen
Yeah.
lurking around, particularly around Antarius, who seems to have drawn some unwanted attention.
Remember me, folks telling me when I was young, like elves are men, but they're men who didn't eat their meat when they were growing up. And if I didn't eat meat,
Pretty
I'd turn
sure
into an elf.
that's a load of bollocks, mate.
I don't know. You got a better theory about where they come from?
Yeah, they come from Ulthwyn.
Where's that? What?
It's across the river. It's a big donut in the sea.
Across the river? What river? What, this
No,
river?
across the river in the sea. You know, the sea. That's where the elves come from.
Yeah,
What, like up where the north?
Yeah, my uncle's been there. He's been there. He swears. He swears he's been there.
we come from very long distance across the sea. You're
The
absolutely
only
right.
sea I know
Yeah,
is
see,
like
right?
that.
He agrees with me. He agrees with me. He comes from a donut in the sea.
Yeah.
I think you're wrong. I think that's where the Norse come from. They're across the sea.
Nah, mate, you're wrong. You're wrong. They come from like.
The North goes to the north.
Do they come from a waffle?
Lotoan is further to
We
the west.
prefer crepes.
I don't know. I was told that. I think
Look,
it's probably
anyway.
true.
Me and the boys are going to take watch. We'll take first watch. How about we wake up the elf later after we're about to get some kit, and then he can take over until the morning.
Sounds good to me.
You can wake me up early if you want. I'll take the third one.
I can handle it all. Doesn't matter to me.
I'm just gonna go back to sleep.
So
Elves
the
don't
rest
sleep
of you,
back. So-
presumably go and find somewhere to fall asleep on the barge. There are several cabins available. Not particularly comfortable. It's basically just a hammock and a table and a few bits. But you know, at least it's a storage chest. So if there's anything that you need to store on the barge, you can leave it here.
I don't trust. I don't trust my own party.
You
Never
don't
mind.
trust your old friend Joey to keep your goods safe.
So
In any event, regardless, you take yourselves
Sorry,
off to slumber.
I'm still injured, so is that an endurance test?
It is going to be an endurance test. I think it's an average one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yay, I'm finally healed.
Yeah, I think I have 8 wounds recovered.
Nice.
Well, I only had one.
Well, there you go. All 1 wounds have been recovered.
Literally, I failed the last one.
It healed so well it didn't even leave a scar.
Just give me a second. I just want to get my PDF to the right page. Let's go up a little bit here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you guys have. It's a fairly uneventful evening. Nothing happens during the night. There is a constant rumble of sound, of laughter, of crying, of various human noises, all coming from the streets of 100 Taverns. It seems that street never sleeps. Indeed, Altdorf itself never sleeps. There is always someone walking along the canal, no matter the time of night. Obviously, the figures that you see are a bit more shady than others towards the later hours of the evening. But nevertheless, there is always someone there. And every so often you feel as though you see a dark silhouette in an alleyway watching you. And as soon as you turn your eyes towards it, it disappears. Or maybe it was just an imagination, maybe it wasn't really there at all. But in any event, it comes up to the next morning, and as the sun rises, you find yourself in a new day in the city of Altdorf, and you're all still alive. For now.
Dum dum dum.
alright, let's try and get off the dockside, lad, because it's starting to smell of shit.
Seems like it might be a
Well-
prudent idea to
Well,
decide
we're gonna
whether or
need-
not, first of all, whether you're going to stay together as a group during your 2 days, and second of all, what your agendas are in the city while you finish up your business.
just to clarify the times, it was said 2 days yesterday, so does that mean today and one more day then?
Today's the first day. Tomorrow is
Okay.
the second day.
So we'll
Maybe-
leave day after tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
first things first, breakfast, I reckon.
Yeah,
You,
let's not let
non-discriminate
Antares
against-
go off anywhere alone.
You non-discriminate against people need to go and speak to the Emperor's aide.
Oh yes, I forgot about that. That's a great shout.
The Emperor's Aid? What's this about?
The first
Good job.
PDF thing you sent us, the first handout.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, that's right. Not the Emperor, the Crown Prince of Ostland.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's why I was like, excuse me? That's fine. Yeah, okay.
Well, I got to go and do a couple of errands on my own. I got to pick up a mail shirt and stuff.
Yeah, you do. I think he said that it'll be ready the next day.
Well, it's on its way to where the. It's on its way. Actually, I think we should discuss this somewhere private. Where the hell are we actually? Are we still in the dock?
I think we're still on the boat, right?
Yeah. Though I do want to go shopping and pick up a few supplies myself, because I was a bit busy yesterday.
Right, another
I'm
day of
not
shopping. I'm just fearing for my life, lads. You know, there's some bloke that used to look like me, and or I don't know how it works, but you know,
Well, hang by the dwarf and elf, and you'll be fine.
that's not obvious.
I gesture to my pile of things. Well, I've bought everything I want to, so I'm more than happy to wander around with you.
So bear in mind that during your 2 days in Altdorf, obviously it's going to cost you a bit of money while you're out in polite society in order to maintain your cost of living. Right?
Right.
Someone who is a supposed squire of Bretonia can't exactly be seen slumming in the pits. With,
I wondered when that would come into.
nor realistically can a burger or even a tax collector, to be honest, even you're of a higher status than a dwarf. You'll have to make some appearances, otherwise eventually your status may lower.
Well, I'm going to go and pick up my mail shirt. A couple of other things to do if anyone wants.
I'm gonna tag along with Witold and see if I can find a backpack and a lance.
Altdorf is a very big and a very busy place. It seems likely it'll be quite difficult for you to find each other in the massive, sprawling city, unless you agree who you're going with here now, and maybe agree when to meet later, back at the barge.
How about we meet up lunchtime at that same inn as last time?
If I recall correctly, one of you mentioned something about the college here. It's about the witch hunter.
I went to the college yesterday, and
Yeah, you went to the Imperial Library, that's right.
yeah,
Right, that's because old Joseph there, he told me he knew he's friends with the keeper, one of the keepers there, like the cleaners, and they say there's some sort of dark rituals going on.
well, I've already been evicted once from the library, so I'm not too keen on going back.
Dark ritual?
Well, you know, like fucking rumors coming through the mill. It's not going to be specific, but usually there's truth to it. I mean, he says
No
they were.
smoke without fire,
Yeah, exactly.
says the voice in your head.
Who was it that told you that?
Joseph.
I'm gonna wander over to Joseph and say,
Any of you
what's
at
this
this point could, if you're so inclined, make a challenging intuition check, or test rather. You need to start saying test instead of check. It's D&D talk.
I like it.
intuition.
I think it's an intuition test. Yeah, intuition test. Challenge. Any of you. If you
I don't think I could have failed any worse.
That's alright, there aren't really any consequences for failing this one, but Witold, as you kind of like listen to them talking, it occurs to you that Overall, from what you know about Joseph, you think he's probably a bit of a tall talker. He's not really a man who likes to stretch the truth, you think. Whether or not everything he says can be taken at face value is dubious to you.
He's talking tripe, if you ask me, boys.
Whittle, you said you were getting that old male shirt repaired.
Yeah, it's in there. It's in the blacksmith's at the moment. Going to pick it up. I'm going to see. Actually, I want to find out if there's it's a bit embarrassing, but yeah, I'm a bit of a past man. I want to find out if there's a grove or anything like that for Rick. Go and drop by. Do my respects.
Who else is shopping?
I think it's just me and Whittle, isn't it?
I'll be going with you. I need to fix my attire to match more of a wood elf than look like a high elf.
Okay, well, we'll swing past the armourer first so Whittle can get his shirt, and then we'll see what shops we find first.
I just need to get like some leather or something, I suppose.
So
to kind
you
of...
all intending to stay together. If you do this, it may be difficult for you to get around the city to see to everyone's needs. You might not be able to do everything that everyone wants to do. But there
Might be
would
an
be the
idea to
benefit of security in staying together.
Might be an idea to split into two groups. So if the three of us are going shopping, why don't you, Runk, and Kerns stick together and do whatever it is you need to do?
Yeah,
Sounds
sure.
good to me.
But what do we need to do? We're gonna see what's happening.
I just want to
that
see the
library.
quality of his mail work, see if it's worthwhile.
So why don't we all go to the mail worker to start off with, and then make our own separate ways?
Sure. Sounds like a good idea.
Okay. You think it'll probably take you sometime until like mid-morning for you to go and reach the mail workers up in the market district. It's quite a walk, unless you're inclined to pay for a coach to take you there.
I'm good with
Oh,
walking.
damn, we sold our coach.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. You take the 2-hour walk, more or less, from the docks all the way to the market district. As you're making your way along, it seems that the city is still very much on edge. But nothing in particular presents itself to you as you make your way across the River Reich over the bridge to the north. And finally you arrive in the market district.
Can we tell if anyone was... Sorry.
Go
Can we
ahead.
tell if anyone was following us from the barge?
Make a difficult perception test. See if you can
I don't feel like something for any urchins.
And
Oh,
Tarius
God.
would definitely be shaking around because he feels like he's being...
Antarius,
say
your
urge.
sixth sense, yours is a challenge rather than difficult.
Hell yeah.
Liam.
God
so
damn it.
I'm not looking for anyone following us. How
Sorry?
hard would it be to spot a... I'm not looking out for anyone following us, but how hard would it be to spot a grubby-looking child?
You're trying to find an urchin.
Yes.
That is not difficult in old enough. You find an urchin.
Okay. I'd like
Take
to...
Whittle's crossbow from him.
Yeah, I'd like to bundle him into an alley and hold him.
You want to take a young child into an alley?
This is not a priest.
I mean, I'm okay with shooting them in public. If you want to need to shoot them in the alley, that's fine.
Yeah, you can come with me if you want with her.
Okay,
God.
okay, so you're like, what, grabbing this child by the scruff of the neck and dragging them into an alleyway?
Yeah, just out of sight of anybody on the street.
Okay, you do this.
Oh my god.
Can you make a strength test, please? See if you can
Yes.
grapple with him as he tries to escape you.
What role difficulty?
It's characteristic, challenging. No, we'll make that
Oh.
easy.
Oh.
If you add plus 40, is that success? I don't think it is.
No, it's not.
No, it still isn't. You attempt to grapple hold of this urchin, but as you do so, he does something quite interesting. He contorts himself in such a way that he literally gets out of his shirt as you pick him up by the collar, and then he runs away, screaming down the street, screaming that the dwarf is trying to do terrible things to him.
Okay, can we stop touching the children, boys? Like, we don't. Well, please don't put that away.
Drunk, do you want me to shoot him? I'm ready in my bow.
No, it's
I
okay, I'll just
step
put it
over
over
and
there.
push the crossbow down.
No,
So
it's
Whittle
it's a
can't
long
get
bow
clear
now.
aim.
Most
It's a
of
lovely
the nearby teenagers who've been watching this start screaming in panic and running away.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll wait for my opportunity later.
What was the point of this?
I wanted to listen. The kids on the street now seem to know everything that goes on in towns and cities. I figured a quick way of these grab one and get some information out of them.
Why wouldn't you
Would
just
have
ask?
been.
Why
better
wouldn't
just
you
to give
just
him a bribe.
Have you met these kids? They'll fucking ask endless amounts of money if you get the chance.
Oh god.
People have boundaries and, distance and.
You people are full of
Well,
people.
I can,
I just don't bother up the street.
You know, I'm just saying, like, I'm with Runky, just slap him around a bit, get him a bit bloody, they'll talk a bit more.
I give you I was going to say I give you a high five, but I guess I give you just a mid-height five.
You guys are terrible.
Oh, what? They're just trash, and I mean, they don't really matter.
On the plus side, at least you've arrived at the armor smith.
Let's try to make this quick before the cards fall.
Oh, what, mate? You done my chainmail yet?
Give me 1 second. I need to put some-
What voice did I do for this guy?
He needs to absorb the soul of the character.
I need to absorb the soul of the character.
So now I know who the real Chaos God is.
If I remember rightly, this was the really effeminate elf, wasn't it?
No, this was a dwarf, wasn't it? Okay, yeah. You bang on the door and he pulls it open. His face is covered in soot. It looks like he's already started working very early. Alright, what do you want? Oh, it's yours!
Yeah, you finished my chainmail?
Aye, I have. Why don't you come inside?
Alright, lovely. You got any breakfast?
Afraid I don't do me work. I'd also give you sausage and eggs. That's what happening. You paid for your chainmail. That's what you're getting.
Alright, fair enough.
And don't forget, you only paid me half. You need to cough up the rest now.
Yeah, that's no problem. I'm rich. Can't you tell by my looks?
Right, well, come with me. It's round here at the back. Yeah,
I saw
take-
clearly.
I'd like to follow him into the dwarf shop,
Okay, you do so.
and I'm just gonna check out the
He
chainmail.
greets you briefly in Dwarvish, but otherwise says nothing to you.
Nivak Skarestan. I just nod and go back to looking around impassively.
Kaplach.
It looks
Is that
like the
like-
chainmail's in quite good condition. Inspecting it with a cursory glance, you can't really see any flaws. Seems like
I'm
he's
gonna
used it
offer it. Yeah, I imagine, because I'm racist, I'm gonna imagine Runt knows more about this than me, so I'm gonna shout to him.
I do know more about this. Can I do a blacksmith check?
You can, yeah, you can inspect the quality.
Nice.
All good, no infections.
I mean, as far as you can tell, it's solid work, it's dwarven work. Very rarely is dwarven work bad, especially by Ungi terms. In fact, it's probably better than it was when it started, but you think you could probably do a better job.
Fair enough. It's pretty good, we're told. I'd definitely consider keeping it myself.
Alright, what was it? Yeah, it was like a couple of. Yeah, it was a couple of silver, right?
God, you're asking me to remember numbers. How much did I ask you to pay?
Yeah, it was two silver. It was 2 silver. So I owe you 1 silver because I paid half, right?
Pretty sure that's not right. Yeah, it was 6.
So I owe 6 or 3.
You owe 6.
Okay, no problem.
I mean, there was a 1 in that number that you were paying for it in total.
You have to do this more often, man. Like, if we ever have a big bill coming up, just make sure you delay a couple of days and you can get away with it.
I'm gonna start writing these down. Just for you, buddy.
Well, I'm glad that I
In fact,
paid
I'm
up
gonna
front
make
for
a
my
little-
horse.
I'm gonna make a little entry. Make a little entry in my journal right here. There we go. Right. Going forward.
That's wonderful. I'm going to slip it on, try it out for size.
If you come across any other mail you want fixing, I'm more than happy to do it for you, Whittled. Not to take business from
Well-
lovely Smith here.
Yes, Whittled often comes across mail shirts. It's just a thing that he comes across.
Right, you mean the mail shirt that you found and gave to me, and now you're telling me like that you could have repaired it and saved me 12 copper?
With tools.
I suggested that you should ask the dwarf. He seems to know his way around crafty stuff.
Bloody hell, right. 12 silver I didn't have to spend there.
Well,
Yeah.
if you have the tools, mail's really easy to repair.
Really easy. Oh, that's great. It's great. Well, now I'll just spend that all for nothing. Now I'm going to be grumpy about this all day now.
Regardless, you've finished your work in the shop. Meanwhile, what's happening outside? What are the rest of you doing?
Probably kicking a pebble.
Just
I'll
keeping
go
an eye out
inside.
for anything suspicious.
I thought I meant to. I wanted to mention that I went inside and was kind of shopping as well. I'm trying to look for armor at the moment. I'm looking at the thing. The
Why not get a
PDF.
proper weapon there, Elf?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But this is the armor shop, not the.
Could I ask the dwarf before he sets up on the elf and distract him?
So, as far as the availability rolls for items are concerned, if it's common, you can get a hold of it in Altdorf. If it's scarce, you can get a hold of it in Altdorf. If it's rare, there's a 60% chance you can get a hold of it in Altdorf.
So, yeah, Mr. Dwarf, I'm looking for some leather armor. I'm guessing you don't do that, but do you know who would?
And if
well,
it's
there's a fair few tanners round here. Obviously, I don't really do much business with them. But, if you just take a walk up the Craft Street, I'm sure you'll find some.
Well,
Are there any
him as a
people-
local, you know exactly who the best one is.
Can't say, mate. It's not like dwarves normally do leather work. It's going to be all Umgi craft. I wouldn't ever want to recommend an Umgi to someone. You humans, you do shoddy craftsmanship with whatever you do.
Yeah, well, some say that leather gives you the flexibility and
Well,
subtlety.
if you sound like such an expert, why don't you know where to go?
Around here, am I?
Exactly. Well, I don't know. Best you ask someone else.
Master
Liv.
Smith, I'm looking to acquire some throwing daggers. Do you have any available?
Throwing daggers or throwing axes?
Daggers. I've already got a axe I have spare if needed.
Well, I'm an armorsmith, not a weaponsmith, but I can recommend me cousin.
Excellent. Just
Oh.
right down where he is, and I'll be sure to find it.
He
Recommend that,
gives
you know all
tools,
about
cousin's
that.
blacksmith.
Yeah, you know all about that. You don't know nothing about other armor, though, do you? It's unbelievable. I could ask you about dress, you'd have someone for that. But leather armor, no.
It's not metal. Why would a dwarf know anything about natural stuff?
Why would I be doing work with pigskins? Why would any of my kin?
Well, it's got to be like you make yourself a suit plate mail. That's got like leather on it, isn't it? Straps and things like that. How
Just buy it from anyone who's selling it up in the flog market.
So you don't know someone who would be selling it then?
Go to the flog market, you'll find someone. These bloody long shanks, they get on my nerves. Bloody asking stupid questions instead of going to try and find things themselves.
I don't know. You can get a lot for customer service, you know.
I will have already
I
had
just
your
think
bloody
he's
coins,
having
haven't I?
Yeah, I'll definitely
didn't-
ask him
you
rank in the future.
Didn't pay me to be polite and treat you to tea.
Oh, what breakfast?
No, if you want breakfast, go find a halfling.
I'd ask you where, but you wouldn't know nothing about that either, would
No,
you?
I wouldn't. I'll get out my shop.
I'm just gonna stall out.
After you finish bantering with the dwarf, you step outside and you're back in the sunshine again.
How do you do the roll to test to see if something's available?
Roll a 1d100. If you score below 60, it's in stock.
It's
Assuming
a rare
it's-
item.
Assuming it's rare, that is.
Rare item. So is that just slash roll 100?
Slash roll 1d100.
1d. That was the wrong slash, wasn't it?
Forward slash. And a space after roll.
Thank you.
It is in stock, whatever it is. What are you after?
Lance.
Yep, you can get a hold of one.
Cool. Do I just subtract the money then? And
Yeah, subtract the whatever the cost it says in the book. That's how much it costs in all of.
1 gold.
Yep.
There we go.
Oh, like this dwarf knows all about bloody lance. This is me outside, by the way. Knows about bloody lances. Don't know nothing about breakfast, though, does it? Typical. This man. Why don't I just go to Crunk in the first place? Send me gold. And give it that silver to that. It's just like,
Well, I would have still needed a forge, so they probably made a worthwhile choice.
probably wouldn't know where a forge is either.
Well, let's head to the leather worker because he'll do a backpack that I'm after.
Yeah, I've left the armorer shop. I don't really find anything that I'm looking for there, and I just keep following the group.
Okay, so you carry on. I assume you're going to make a stop at the weaponsmith and you want to buy some throwing daggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also
Grump,
assume
because
that's
you
where I
were a
got-
dwarf, he offers you a 10% discount.
Nice.
I'm going to assume that this is where I get my lance from as well.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, just for simplicity's sake. I was going to say, it doesn't really make sense that a dwarf would be selling a lance, but maybe he's got a human apprentice, I don't know, whatever.
I mean, dwarven weaponsmith would probably have the high-end customers coming to him.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And
Yeah,
there's a
for
lot of
whatever
knights
reason,
in
he's selling
Altdorf.
lances.
Is he still on a spear?
You can buy a spear here, yeah.
Might go for
Oh,
a
there's the
spear.
Nations of Mankind
He
thing that we're
charges
using
you
as
an
well.
extra 10%. Unless Rob is interested in vouching for you.
Fucking prick.
What's this now? Where are we?
You're in the dwarven weaponsmith. He's the cousin of the armor smith.
He's heard rumours about this old.
I just discovered the trapping, so I was like distracted there. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
I'd like to try and
You
haggle with
might
him
not
to
be
sell.
in a big metropolis like Altdorf for quite a while, so if there is shopping you want to do, now would be the time.
Yeah, I'd like to haggle with him to try and get some, get that 10% carried over to selling things as well.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Go ahead and make a challenging haggle test. After some negotiation, he eventually agrees that he's willing to buy stuff off you at 10% markup. That sounds fine.
Nice. Okay, so it's half price and then 10%.
Yeah, it's half price. Half the items listed price.
Yeah.
When selling second hand, the base cost when selling is half the item's listed price, meaning when selling second hand, you usually make between a quarter to half an item's worth after haggling.
Oh, so just half then?
Yeah, I'm wondering why it says that. Typically, the base cost when selling is half the item's listed price, meaning when selling second hand, so is it referring to something about selling items that have reduced value? Let's say that he'll give it to you at half price rather than a quarter.
Okay, alright.
Perhaps it's just that, because if you fail your haggling, they can go more expensive, can't they?
Well, in that case then, I have sold my dagger and one of my hand weapons.
Yep, that's fine.
And I'm buying another throwing knife.
Shutting the other dwarf for
Is
getting
anyone else
ranged
buying
weapons.
weapons? If you want see?
Yeah. So I'm gonna buy a spear, and I'm going to buy.
Does Runk attempt to persuade the dwarf to let the elf buy at a normal price?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, as you vouch for the elf, he reluctantly agrees to cut down that 10% markup.
Woo. And then I'm gonna buy some darts too.
Okay.
Like let's say like 5 darts or something. I'm not too sure on the pricing. It just says 2 slash dash. I'm guessing that's 2 shillings or something per dart.
Yeah, 2 silver. I do think they're just darts though, you know.
That's the dash means shilling.
Okay.
So to buy
Maybe I don't want to buy any darts for now. I'll just go for the spear because the spear is expensive. It's 15 shillings for a spear.
yeah, that sounds about right. 15 shillings.
Yeah. So I'll buy the spear for 15 shillings.
Yeah, so like it's 1 dart for 2 shillings.
Yeah, that's too expensive for a whole bunch. I would have liked having the option or whatever, but I ain't worried about it for now. So just
So, by the way, I'm assuming throwing knives are the smallest available knife.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I want to put like one of my boots eventually. That's the.
It's 0 encumbrance, so effectively you can kind of strap them anywhere.
Nice. I'm just gonna strap them in my boots.
So he's not. It's not armor if it can stab someone.
Just cover myself in knives as armor.
Is there a certain skill?
Nothing to do.
It means 10 silver, 6 brass.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So when it's gold coins, it says GC, and when it's just brass pennies, it says D for some reason.
It comes from the Roman denari. In the old English sort of money, pence was always D for that reason as well.
Thank you.
Shilling was also how they.
Didn't know.
Is there a certain skill to go with pistols, or is that like, or is it like, you know, like a handgun? Shooter that they got in this?
Probably, yeah, because there's one for archery. I imagine every weapon has.
You do need to buy ammunition, if that's what you're asking.
You know, I mean, is there a skill to go along with it? Because I've got range, but bow,
Yeah, ballistic.
ballistic, right? Never mind. Damn it. I guess does this weapon? Do I need to go to a Fletcher or something to get a bow? Does he not do bows? Is there anything
You'll be able
range?
to find a Fletcher in Aldorf. That's fine.
Yeah, I went one yesterday. Do you want me to show you what it is?
I suppose I could.
Yeah, you went to Marcus's Fletcher, Marcus's bow, or whatever.
Yeah. Or you can go in and ask the dwarf just for shits and giggles. You know what I mean?
I think they find it as an insult, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Meaning-
but-
I mean,
The dwarf armor smith might know a bit about ranged firearms.
Depends if they're made out of metal.
well, if he knew about
Well-
them, he would have made a shop.
Firearms
So-
tend to be made out of metal.
Never seen one, so.
But yeah, as to the quest, you need the ranged black powder skill.
Then, well, I'll just crack on with a bow.
All I know is bow was good enough for my father, good enough for my grandfather, good enough
Like
for his father.
A ewe and some goose feathers, eh?
You know, they were all hunters up in the north. Some of them even, like, you know, fought in the militias when they were called. Good men, all of them.
That's what we call population control.
Well, I'm done for the day, boys. I don't need anything else, so just let me know if you want me to
It's
go
now
with you.
gotten to probably the mid-afternoon by the time you've finished your shopping spree.
Oh, we need.
Well, we're going to the leather worker.
I still need to buy my spear too.
Yeah, you
Because
can,
I-
you can have done all of your shopping and it'll be mid-afternoon.
This is where
In
Liam's
that
like,
case, In that
That's,
case, I bought myself a backpack at the leather worker.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
but Liam, we
you
missed
get
out.
leather worker in the flea market without too much difficulty.
we missed out on all the different accents you could have done for all the different
Oh,
vendors.
Yeah,
we wanted to hear the
I
voice.
wear glossing over it.
So I still need to pay for the spear, and I was also going to try to buy a leather jerkin too, or a leather jack. Sorry.
Same.
Okay, that's fine.
I forgot.
They're selling at the standard value. You can attempt a haggle test, but if you fail...
Well, look, we're buying. Why don't we pool our money here? We're all buying like free, right? So they'll give us a bit discount on free, won't it? Let's send like. Do you wanna ask him? You're like the money guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I can. I'm quite a good haggler. I can dodge the price
I'm gonna give it a shot.
with the they're quite pricey. I'm looking at them on the traps.
Leather jerkins.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I'm looking at the bow. The bow.
Oh, I see.
A leather jack is 12 shilling. How much is a gold crown again? It's 1
20.
crown. This crown. Okay, so it's 20. So that's 27. Okay, that's fine. I have 2 crowns or whatever. So, I mean, I'm just straight up willing to pay that. Like, I'm okay with that.
Well, if nothing else, maybe I was thinking about some leather leggings, but I mean,
Yeah,
I can
well,
give-
I'll buy myself. I'm gonna get myself a jack as well. Then I can afford that.
I'll try and haggle it. I want to buy some leggings as well. That's going to be, what, 14 and 12? No, 16, 26. Although in Withold's mind, that could be like 50 or something. Which one is it for that? Did you say charm or?
What are you trying to do?
Oh, haggle.
What are you trying to do?
Get some money.
Off of who? The leather worker?
Yeah, I'm buying
Make
a.
a haggle test. Whoever is participating in the trade, whoever has the highest skill mission.
What was your skill? Very free.
Look, mate, right, I am offering you the finest quality pigskin leathers this side of the River Rock. If you don't like it, you can get stuffed. Simple as. The price is what the price is.
Right. I'll just pay it. That's fine. So it's 26. That's a gold and 6, isn't it?
Yeah. I think. How much are you buying? 3?
Well, I just bought for me, but if someone else wants to try and haggle with them, good luck.
I don't know. Whatever it says in the book is the base price.
I was buying like the jack and the leggings, so it's 26. But I mean, a gold's 20, right, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's 1 gold and 6 shillings to buy the jack and the leggings.
Or down to my last gold. I mean, down to my last penny, sorry.
We all know you've got that gold coin.
I think I'm only gonna afford a nice level jack myself, so I'm just gonna get myself a jacket, and I'll just like look at Whittled as he passes and be like, what a tosser, right? Who does he think he is? He's walking in here, I can barely read and trying to lawyer.
You bitch quietly about the leather jerker, man.
This is me haggling, by the way. I'm kidding.
We thought already failed the haggle. It's not happening, buddy.
I'm kidding anyway. How do I fucking pay for this shit anyway?
I don't even know why you're buying armor. You just like cower under things. Every fight we've been in, and you just like hid behind a tree or be under a carriage. Don't even know why you're wasting your money.
Does just drag it? Nice.
Well, no,
It's
if
because
you go
he
to the
knows that
tracking
you and the-
page on your character sheet, you can select the quantity of money that you have and you can subtract it.
Right.
Just gonna make a drink. 1 sec.
Oh shit.
All the shopping done now for us.
I think so. I'm just checking some. Yeah, it's everything.
Right.
Ooh, you can get lockpicks.
What's the situation? Is everybody done purchasing their minute from the market?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna buy a pick as well, but I'm not using
Like
that
a
yet.
mining
So,
pick?
like a pick weapon, which I'm assuming does both, but I don't know. That'd be up to you.
Pretty
'Cause
sure
there's
that is what a pick is, yeah.
Well,
I
that's
assume
what I
it's going to
mean,
be a
in-
pickaxe.
Yeah, I know, but in the trappings, there's one that's a weapon, one that's just like a mining pick.
Where is this weapon listed?
Just type in pick in the normal trappings.
It's a
And-
two-handed weapon, 9
Yeah.
silver,
Is this from the Dwarf Empire?
common. No, it's from the standard one.
normal. Yeah.
Attributes are damaging, impale, and slow, and the damage it does is strength bonus +5.
Hang on.
That is surprisingly cheap.
I know.
I see that there, but I don't see that in the PDF.
Page 294 on the.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, two-handed pick. Yeah. Let me just go to the trappings section.
That's me. I don't know if that. I mean, obviously, I only want it for
Yeah,
when
that's
I
so
level up.
bizarre. What the hell? What? Oh, I think that means.
Can I just not mine with this?
Just realised that, like, lads, we never got breakfast.
Alright,
Well, let's
Braxton.
get lunch.
That's really bizarre, isn't it? What the hell? Why is
Yeah.
that? Why is it 18 shillings in that? I think that's just a typo, you know. As far as I'm concerned, they're the same thing. It's a pickaxe,
Okay, yeah, it's fine. Well, I've bought that.
and it costs 9 shillings.
Yep, done it.
Getting extorted here, you know, but they always say it costs more than cities.
I'm trying to think what else a pick could be.
Yeah, I assumed it was a pick. My point was more like, am I able to mine with it as well? That was my only question.
Yeah, it falls under tools and kits. Yeah, I'd say they are functionally the same thing.
Nice.
Really weird. Oh well. Okay, you've acquired those. If the elf wants to have acquired a spear, you can have done that.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now. Just put it into the thing. Oops. Dude.
Okay, so it's now the mid-afternoon. You've finished the shopping, assuming that you've updated your sheets. You're now stood in the middle of the market square. There are still lots of people passing to and fro, trying to purchase various items or haggle for others. The sun is probably about midway through the sky, and now you need to decide what you're going to do next.
Let's go
lunch.
visit that. The prince's scribe and grab some food on the walk over. I'm sure we'll pass some street vendors.
Oh wait, didn't you want a wood elf costume? Did you get that?
Antares?
It's the night there. Did you get your wood elf costume?
Yeah, I got the leather jerkin, so I need to
Are
like
you now
add.
wearing like some tattoos or something, or some face paint to try and pretend to be a wood elf?
Well, like we did like some
You did
uh,
the disguise check, didn't you?
yeah. So do we need to do that like every day or something?
No, I'd say that for now, like as long as you're like, it'll last a few days.
Okay.
until he goes for a bath.
Yeah.
As far as the disguise kit is concerned, I'm going to say that it has supplies good for 5 disguises in total.
I think it
Okay.
says 4 on that. If
Does
that
it say
helps.
4 on it? Does it actually say
It
that?
says,
In
yeah,
which
you
case
got
it's
4 different. Yeah, you got 4 different disguises in it, basically.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So you've used 2 of them, I think?
Yes,
You
2.
used one for Antorius, you used one for someone else. Who was that? I think it was Curtis.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're disguised as well. So you're like wearing like a monocle, like a fake wig.
No. Fanning myself.
We've used Pocahontas and Jack the Ripper out of the costume box.
Okay, so is the party staying together as you make your way towards the office of the Crown Prince of Austin?
Well,
I'm going to find a bar nearby because I don't want to ruin our chances of getting this gold. So I think it's probably best that the humans and elves go in there, as it appears the Crown Prince is rather a dickhead.
You want to take Whittled with you? I'm not sure the Crown Prince would appreciate a lowly messenger.
I'm gonna slip
Rude.
into my nobleman's voice. Oh, is that so, young man? But I'll have you know that I was told
It occurs to you, you might actually need to find out where this guy lives.
I was told Holston do not know where he lives, but I have connections all across the city.
Hang on. Kern and Whittled, aren't you from here? Where would he live?
I'm from here, from north.
I'm not from Altdorf, no.
Nobody in the party is a native to Waldorf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've just been here before.
I'm about as far from there as you are, Brent.
Well, we probably should start asking around, don't you think?
Elf, you're an ambassador. Haven't you been to these fancy places before?
You insist on asking each other, surely you know where it is, despite clearly no one knowing where it is.
This is literally the first time I've been this far away.
Questioning us over and over again.
Hey, dwarf, you've been allies to the humans for centuries now. Like, don't you know this place?
Come on, Bretonian, surely you've been here on a joust before. Where does he live?
In the 600 years that you've been alive, Elf.
Urchins nearby?
Well, urchins are giving you a very wide margin at the moment.
Well, are we not in a different part of the city now?
You're in the city.
Oh, well, so all urchins know to avoid the angry
Of
dwarf.
course they do. They're urchins. You don't think news doesn't travel like wildfire among the kids? That's what they're there for.
Yeah, okay. Well, boys, there's no point in me going to this office anyway, so I might just go back to the boat.
Well, I'll come with you. Like, they don't want poor people around, apparently.
I know,
Alright.
but I imagine it's going to be hard enough trying to convince the Crown Prince that there's one extra person he needs to pay. The rest of you should probably go together to say, like, there is a party of 5.
Can I roll a gossip check to try to find where this scribe is living?
You can. That'll be an average gossip test.
Okay. God damn it. I literally failed every single roll so far.
You,
Can I try an intimidate roll as I go
No,
up
you
to
cannot.
just someone
no, you cannot.
and pick them up by the...
Because
Oh.
Antarius does receive directions on where he needs to go. Fortunately,
I'm so
they're
confident
not
for
the
it.
right directions. And as you begin walking your way down this muddy alleyway in the company of who is with you, I think Lorne is?
Yeah.
Kearns?
Yeah, I'm
Was
just
Whittled
with
as
whoever.
well, or-
Nah, I'll come back
yeah.
with you. People go have some lunch.
Yeah, I've gone back to the boat.
So Runk has made his way back to the boat. Is Whittled with Runk?
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah,
run.
so you two are making your way back towards the boat. Meanwhile, the 3 of you are walking down a muddy alleyway when suddenly you realise there's no one else on the street.
I think I've hit a wrong turn.
You feel your 6th sense starting to tingle as about 5 brawny-looking men, some with missing teeth, start emerging from the alleyways on either side of you.
I unsling my shield and equip it.
Well! What have we got here, boys?
Just pay him some gold, they'll be fine about it.
Looks like you're out on a little stroll. Where do you think you're going?
You're trying to find the personal scribe of the Crown Prince. Could you give us directions,
Oh,
please?
he's trying to find the Crown Prince. They say, trying to mimic your elven voice in an unflattering way.
Who's looks like the ringleader of these guys?
There's one man who's closest to you. He's got a very piggish, square-looking face. He's got a broken nose, and he's bald.
How
He's very big.
tall is he?
Probably about 6 foot.
I'm gonna walk over to him, towering, because I'm taller than him, and look down on him and say, "Do you really want to try messing with me?" Again, I'm in full armor, so I'm really going to try and terrify him.
Okay, make a challenging intimidate test.
Intimidate.
As this very large, domineering Bretonian man makes his way over and starts speaking to them in an aggressively French accent, they start feeling quite uncomfortable. A few of them back off slightly. They go, "Look, right, okay, clearly you lot mean business. I think we'll just be going. You lot can go on your way. We
Hold
won't have
on.
any problems."
Hold
Before
on.
you go, where is the prince's scribe living? Surely, reputable gentlemen such as yourselves know where.
They continue backing off, looking at each other for a moment, and then one of them opportunistically pipes up. "Might be I know where he is, but I got a bad memory, you see. But I'll get better memory when I have coins."
I also heard a hit to the head can help refresh your memory.
"Yeah, okay. You want to go down this street, take the right-hand side, follow it down along to the wharf, and then take another right at the end when you see the green house. Make your way up and you'll see the big gates."
Thank you very kindly.
"Okay, can we go now?"
Yep, feel.
They
Run off,
immediately slip
run along.
into the alleyways.
Here we go now.
Lorne, gain 5 experience points.
Woo!
I was so confident too.
I'm now basically fucking lone shadow. I'm just hiding in the shadow essentially.
Well, with the path clear, you continue making your way down the street. Meanwhile, Witold and
Wrong.
Runk. As you're making your way down one of the streets, can you both please make a perception test challenging?
Well, this is going to go well.
Good luck, my friend. Good luck.
No one knows how to do a perception test. Apparently Whittle does.
Wow. Wow.
Hey,
As you're,
Wow.
making your way down the street of 100 Taverns, you remember the Boatman Inn that you were drinking at the other day, where Runk had an interesting altercation with one Mr. Max and dumpstered him with a table. You can see, as it's coming on towards the middle of the afternoon now, or the later middle of the afternoon, you can see there is actually a group of the State Watch, the Altdorf City Watch. There's about 7 of them, and they're all clustered outside the door of the Boatman Inn. And they're all talking to it looks like to be the innkeeper, who is outside, and she's got her hands behind her head, and she's looking a bit exasperated at the whole situation. And you can overhear, "We just need to find that dwarf. He's a disturber of the peace, and he needs to be brought in."
I'd like to stealthily try and get down an alley as stealthily as a heavy foot dwarf can.
Okay, make an average.
With bright orange hair.
Do you have the stealth skill?
No.
I do. So
Well, you do. It's all well and good you having it, but you're not him, are you?
I mean, you could try and distract the guards with a sudden loud noise in the opposite direction from where Runk is.
Well, they haven't spotted us. We've seen them, but they haven't seen us.
should we
So
just
just-
how about this? How about
Well,
this?
Runk,
Just-
what I can do is I can take a challenging agility test from you.
I was going to say we don't need to do that run. Like we haven't been spotted yet. Let's just go in the nearest inn. We'll all be good. Get some lunch. It'll all blow over. Have a pint.
If we spotted them, they haven't spotted us. So, I guess let's just walk into the nearest tavern. And, we'll just walk into the nearest pub.
Okay,
On the
you
street of
immediately
the
bear to a hard right, and you just walk through the nearest door.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Yeah. Have a pint and it will blow over.
I'm going to go find a large number of people staring back at you, and they're all elves.
Oh no, it's one of those.
You realise that you've walked into what is clearly some sort of elven private parlour.
That's not what we call them where I'm from.
Sorry, gents. I know dwarves aren't really normally coming in here. I imagine.
Not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I'm looking for the back entrance.
There is
I
no
think,
back entrance.
To be honest, Runk, I think this kind of club, they're all looking for the back entrance. Should we try the one on the opposite side of the street?
Meanwhile, I'm going to pause that scene. We're going to go back over towards Law and Company, Kearns and Torius. You're making your way up this dirt track, and you've just arrived outside the gates of what looks like a noble's estate, well, not country estate, rather a city estate. So it's like a big townhouse with a walled entrance, and there are several guards posted outside in livery, and they have weapons, and they look like they mean business.
I'm gonna go up to the one at the gate and just say, we're here regarding the job offer of the Crown Prince. We're here to see his scribe.
Oh, I see. You lot are adventurers, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, unlucky for you lot, you're too late. The prince has already left.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he's headed south with a party of adventurers, making his way to Bogenhafen.
Bogenhafen.
Oh.
Do you think if we catch up with him, he'd be willing to hire us there?
Speaking on behalf of His Imperial Majesty would be beyond my pay grade.
I'm not asking you to speak on his behalf, I'm asking you to give me your hunch.
I don't get paid for my hunches.
I toss him a shilling.
Yeah, maybe I do. Reckon he might be interested in more hands, but he was pretty eager to get going. You might not appreciate it if you're too tardy. Huh. He pockets the
Do you know where his final destination is, or is it just that city?
He's making his way to the Grey Mountains.
Great mountain.
You
The
should
Grey
know
Mountains.
that. There's some mountains between
You-
our lands and yours.
You
Yeah.
mean the giant border? Let's be realistic here. Can you be more specific?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. His Majesty said that he was heading south to the Grey Mountains. I don't get paid to ask questions, neither.
I think we got enough. It
I
seems
don't think
like
we're going to get any more out of these.
we were a little bit too late, so we should probably make our way to Bogendorf as quick as we can, honestly.
Hang on. Just because
It's a darn shame.
His name is Bogendorf. That's the city where the going to for the joust, isn't it? Or was that
Yes.
different?
Bogenhafen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's where the joust is, and that's where the ship is taking us to,
Nice.
where the job is. So, seems like everything's leading to Bogenhafen. So our best bet. It seems we are getting less and less reason to stay here in Altdorf, but I don't think we need to stay here for another day at this rate.
Yeah, I quite agree
Yeah,
with that.
there are some reasons for you to stay here for another day. You still need to wait for the Bretonian's horse to get treated.
Nah,
Not leaving without my horse.
the factory.
Get another one from the factory.
No, glue for the factory.
Regardless, you're now stood outside the Crown Prince's estate. It's now getting towards the later half of the afternoon. You could Probably make one more
Well-
stop in the city before it gets late.
I've got nothing better to do. Let's head back to the pub unless you got
Um,
anything.
I'd like to head to the Elven Embassy just to kind of let them know that I'm here on important business from Wolfallen. But I can
Just go for
that I can handle. That's something I can handle on my own.
What is that?
Nah, I'll walk with you. Make sure that witch hunter doesn't find you alone.
What does Kern do?
I'm stuck to follow because I'm not.
You're not going out on your own.
I know enough that these streets aren't safe alone.
Okay, so you're now making your way towards the Elven Embassy on the far side of the city.
Oh no! It's
You
all
should
the
just
way
go
on the
to the
other side.
tavern that Runk walked in. They're all there.
Well, I wouldn't know about it, and like that's just kind of what I'm.
Yeah.
You do
thinking
know where
about.
the Elven Embassy is. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I'm
Maybe you need to
doing-
go over to the Elven Embassy. I'm saying that.
You do know that it's quite a way. You might be able to get there in better time if you just hired a coach.
Yeah. I look around for a coach, and I try to see if what the
I'll
price
step in
is.
front of him and wave one down because, you know, racist coaches.
Racist coach drivers are not interested in working for elves. You hail one down. You mentioned that you're looking to go to the Elven Embassy. He says, "All right, he'll do it for 6 shillings." He'll take the
6
lot.
shillings.
Have you got 6 hours to pay?
I got 6. Yeah, I'll pay. So
Good.
I'll just pay it out of pocket because this is for me, anyways. Like you guys are going out of your way to.
We're just being.
Damn right.
Kern's
Yeah.
just
That
hiding.
gets you a
I'm
return
being your
trip.
bodyguard.
He'll also bring you back to wherever you need to come from.
Cool. So I throw him the 6 shillings.
All right. As you all
And,
embark and you set off on the coach towards the Elven Embassy. Meanwhile, Witold and Runk are in a very different sort of Elven Embassy.
So listen, lads. We've had a bit of a bad day. Any of you got breakfast here?
I suppose we might be able to arrange something. Are you able to pay the entrance fee?
How much is
Uh,
For you, 5 shillings.
bloody
Alright,
hell?
for me.
I'm gonna walk back out again.
You just stomp back out of the building.
Oh well.
Okay, so-
Fine, there you go, lads. I'll enjoy your day. I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
leave.
you're both ducking back out of the Elven Parlour.
Yeah.
Try the one over the road.
Okay, so as you duck your way out, you can see, much to your dismay, that the patrol of the State City Watch are making their way up the street, and one of them points at you. Hey, isn't that that dwarf?
No, you're looking for a different dwarf.
Hang on a minute. Oi, oh, stop!
I'm gonna stop and turn around.
They start making
Yes,
their way over
gentlemen.
towards you. We told you
Okay, what
to
are we
stop
gonna
as
do?
well.
Yeah, we're gonna lie, Runk.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
Okay, here's the lie. Okay, like we're actually teetotalers, and we're actually like against
I don't
drinking.
think we lie that well.
All right. Well, what can you come up with? You got about 10 seconds.
I'll think of something. Just go along with what I say.
All right. Sound.
You, dwarf! They finally arrive as they've finished crossing the street. You're wanted on suspicion of abducting a member of the royal court. You'll need to be coming with us.
What do you mean? I arrived here this morning.
Good Master Osric was on a roundabout carouse in the streets of 100 taverns when he suspiciously went missing towards the later half of the evening. Many eyewitnesses have mentioned that a dwarven slayer was seen in the vicinity and was causing major trouble.
Well, there's probably
Have-
loads of those around, isn't there? Like, I mean,
Have you not seen how many of my unfortunate brethren wander this city?
Aye, well, not many of them aren't wearing a shirt and they don't have ginger hair and a mohawk.
they all got ginger hair.
That's what all slayers were,
Yeah,
or lack thereof.
I'm sure we got some more to round up. Meanwhile, you can come and sit in the holding cell while we sort this mess out.
Hang on a minute. Look. Right, we're meeting some people. We just got in. The story is, by Ulrich. Yeah, I'm like a reporter from the north. I'm writing a story about the life of dwarf slayers, and you know, it's going to be published. It's going to be a huge thing all over the empire.
They give you this
Right.
incredulous look.
Like, and I can mention about how good the guards are, that they don't, like, you know, treat them poorly. That might go a long way to, you know, keeping you guys out of trouble. Like, imagine if I
Are
write
the
something.
window taxed riots?
Make a difficult charm test.
Why would you make charm any more difficult?
Cursed test.
Suffering.
The most cursed of tests.
Ugh.
You could spend
Even if it
14
was
points.
challenging.
It's a fortune and it's the pass on that.
Fortune to re-roll or a fortune
It's
to
a
add one significant level.
Plus 1 SL wouldn't be a success. You need to use it to reroll.
Yeah, go on then, I'll do it first. Why not? Why not?
Right click it.
Oh my god, success.
You feel the inspiration of your god fill you as suddenly you decide, actually, you know what? This is a really good story. Let's make it convincing. And then somehow you just kind of do. And these guards are absolutely enthralled by the idea of, oh my god, they might be in a book. What if they're like, what if they become famous because of like the way that they treated this dwarf?
Listen, have you guards heard of intersectional racism? I mean, like, this poor old guy. Not only is he a slayer, he's an exile, and now he has to live in a foreign land. It's all against him, man.
They
But I'm
start
going to
bobbing
fight.
their heads in having a agree. Yeah, I've heard like rich people saying those words at the college. Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah, and not only that, I'm going to slowly like slip into a slightly poshy voice, a bit of a mix. And not only that, you know, that's you know, guards too are a part of this because you know, they're born
The
working.
institutional racism of the old
Not only-
What?
Not only are you poor and you have to suffer the causes of that, but you're also you know, you're vulnerable people. You're all the criminals.
Yeah,
here.
we all, you know what? We don't get paid enough. That's for starters. We
Absolutely.
don't get
You
paid
think
enough to
about
do
the
shit like this.
I nod my head and just say, "God lives matter."
Yeah, we're all on the side of the blue here. Also, like, I understand, like,
Yeah, but Sarge, they said we've got to bring them all in. Look, I know, but this one's different, right? He's got a reporter, right? And that means that he's special, right? Which means he probably didn't do it. But Sarge, that doesn't make any sense. No, it does, right? And you shut your bloody hole. We didn't ask.
What's
We
your,
don't pay you to ask questions, do we?
what's your name, Sergeant?
My name's Jared.
Sergeant Jared, you are going to be mentioned as a hero, a man who stood for justice when others didn't.
Yeah, that's right.
Almost see the light of Sigma.
Yeah,
like,
I am a hero of the people. That is why I am a sergeant of the City Watch. I am defending the people, and I'm defending justice. And justice, in this instance, says that this dwarf is suffering from institutional racism, and therefore
That's right. That's right.
he needs to be set free. Sarge, that's stupid. No, shut up. I've had enough of you. Right, dwarf, get out of it. Go on.
The old dwarf guardian salutes you, my friend.
Yeah, don't forget, right, it's GERROD.
I'll say Jared, and I'll say the really good-looking one.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, they'll know who you're talking about.
Okay.
The very
I'm just
confident,
gonna-
cocky-looking sergeant continues bragging to the rest of his company about how he's going to be famous one day, as you do a 180 and start walking back up the road.
I turn to Whittle and I just stare at him in mute appraisal of shock, horror, and sheer joy.
Finally, someone
Breakfast
has
then, what do you reckon?
Breakfast sounds good. On
We
me.
told gain 10 experience.
Yeah, I'll buy breakfast. Thanks, Whittle.
If you've narrowly avoided an encounter with the City Watch, eventually the party manages to rendezvous at a small tavern not far from the Berabelli barge, where you've all found find yourselves getting a late lunch.
Well,
And you're able to
before-
convene and share information. Oh wait, no, you're not, because you've gone to the fucking Elven Embassy. What am I talking about? Right.
Yeah, I was going to say, sorry. Before we wander off as well, can we go back to the pub from last night, please?
You want to go back to the Boatman Inn?
Yeah, that one.
Why?
Because I want to see if Bad Max is there.
Oh, yeah, you go in and he's nowhere to be seen.
Can I go speak to the innkeeper, please, and ask about him? What happened after I knocked him out?
Well, after you lot got going, he got up later, said that he was going to have a word with you and deal with you later, and then he cleared off.
So you didn't see him hanging around the nobles who are in here that the guards are about?
Well, now that you mention it, he did seem pretty interested in them, didn't he? I remember he was looking at them quite a lot. Don't know, though. I'm not a person who likes to, make assumptions about things.
I slided silver across the counter, and I'm just like, where would I normally find that if I was so inclined?
Well, to be honest, normally he comes round here about an evening, but after the beating you gave him, I don't know if he'll think it's a good haunt anymore.
So you don't know any kind of region he normally lingers, or where his old mum lives?
Let me think. I suppose if you take the way down to the wharf and you head up towards where the stevedores work, I think he's got a few contacts there. Maybe they'd be able to help you.
Sounds good. Can we also get 2 breakfasts and 2 ales, please?
2 breakfasts, sausage and eggs, sounds good to me, right? For you,
Thank you, Rick. I
you
thought-
bloody hero, it's on the house.
Oh, thank you so much.
Meanwhile, you get off the coach and you've arrived at the glistening marble building of the Elven Embassy. Probably the only building in all of Altdorf that is actually clean of grime and filth. Probably by magical means.
Whoa.
Pretty.
It's quite an impressive sight. You feel dirty in comparison.
I
I'm
look
just going to
like-
shut up and follow Antares.
Antares kind of looks himself over and he just kind of goes, "Fuck, I look like shit."
Remind me, what are we doing again?
He kind of he really ponders for a moment to like wipe the disguise off and like straighten up a little bit.
So
But
you're removing your disguise.
I'm thinking about it, but I'm also just kind of like Antares doesn't
You
really.
are very conscious of the fact that appearances are very important in Elven culture.
Yeah. Yeah. So he kind of takes the moment and kind of cleans himself up, and he changes back into his fine clothing that he was wearing, and straightens himself up as best he can.
You stuff the rest of your gear into your bag.
Yeah.
Borrowed Kern's fancy hat.
And then as soon as he straightens himself up, he tries to make his way inside.
Just give me a second, I just need to read something for Discord.
Yeah.
Let's hold up the embassy.
Okay, right, so you've cleaned yourself up somewhat, although that is the disguise gone.
Yeah.
And you feel that you're at least presentable, right? Like,
Yeah.
you'll get through the doors.
Yeah. I mean, even if they ask, I'll just say I had a rough trip or whatever, so not a big deal. And I make
Start
my
making
way.
your way up the steps. Kernt and Lorne are still with you. Are they going inside as well?
Yep. Just following him, keeping silent.
If we're allowed to, yes.
I kind of look at him, and then I just go like, "If you insist," and I just go inside.
As you climb the steps towards the embassy, there are 2 sea guard of Lothern who are stood guarding the entrance. They cross their spears as you make your way closer, and they demand that you introduce yourself.
I am Antarius of House Scimitar. I've come to deliver a note of great import to the local embassy.
And who are these companions of yours?
Bodyguards, men I've hired for the very long trip from Lothon.
Indeed. They are not presentable enough for the court. They will need to be washed.
by all means, draw a bath for us, please.
There will be no bath for you. You will take your way round to the side where there is a small fountain. Wash yourself.
Is it at least a warm tap?
No.
I am not a weakling like Kern, so I just go and quickly beam myself off.
Well, I'm more
Thank
really
God,
interested
cold
in the
water.
free shower, so I think I'm gonna scoot on around the side and have a wash.
So, the pair of you take yourselves around to the side and you clean yourselves off. You're pretty sure that you're not in the best of the best of hygiene, but you're not exactly disgusting. But I guess
Eh,
my elven
I have-
standards, you must be.
I'm having a shower.
Walking
I'll
around
be
in
washing
mail is
my elf,
sweaty.
so the elven
Wh-
culture
why-
is really good.
While they're off cleaning themselves, I just try to like make any kind of like gossip and try to find out of the current climate here in Altdorf from the two guards, in the standards at least.
As far as we understand it, the situation in Marienburg has been making trade with the Empire rather difficult. The merchants there have been almost in open rebellion against the Emperor in these lands for quite some time. And now, whenever our vessels try to pass through to enter the city to trade, they're being charged extortionate tariffs to pass through the toll gate. It's not a good situation at all.
Has anyone been sent to deal with it, or are we just letting it be for now?
At the moment, the Emperor is somewhat difficult to get a hold of. We're not entirely sure why, but he seems to be eluding most of his requested meetings. He keeps putting us off.
Is it better for us to just make direct contact with Marienburg?
Perhaps, maybe it would be better for you to speak with the court regarding that matter.
Hmm. Okay.
After about 15 minutes, your companions have finished cleaning themselves. You kind of brush yourselves off and you present yourselves, and the guards look at you with their upturned noses and they're like, ugh, they'll do, I suppose. And then they let you inside. And within, it's like you've stepped into like a spa house, but it's also a diplomatic embassy. Everything's made up of like these marble tiles, and there's like little birds flying around inside, and like little water fountains everywhere, and marble sculptures, and it's all just like it's ridiculous. It's just absurdly kind of sanctuary, like it's an elven, beautiful sanctuary. It's very, very
Cunt.
alien to the rest of Altdorf.
Cunt gets distracted by the lewd statues.
Indeed.
And Tarius
yeah,
take
they're
it.
all like kind of like traditional like Greek Roman style statues anyway.
Dawn is unfazed.
Tarius kind of takes like a deep breath. He's like, home. Because he's just had like a 6 months journey trying to get over here.
It's like a little piece of Ulthorn far away from us.
Yeah, and then he's looking for a particular diplomat. Is there anyone that I would know that I'm supposed to meet to deliver this letter that I have, or?
Yeah, you need to speak to Leothor of Thrace. Trace. Sorry, not Thrace. Trace.
Yeah.
Leothor of Trace, who is the local elven ambassador, and you believe that he is the one that your family has been liaising with as their representative in Altdorf.
I kind of ask around and see where I can find him at, and
Without too much difficulty, you're directed there. There's some of the elves recognize the name of Sintavir, and eventually you find yourself in the company of Leothor, who greets you with a warm smile, embraces you as one would a close friend, and offers you some wine. Please, come in. Take a seat. Your companions, leave your weapons by the door, yes? I don't want you bringing those in here.
And Tarius also leaves his weapon behind and beams a wide smile to his long relative, Leothor.
Never
He's
without
your
his
distant
sword.
third cousin twice removed, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, Leothor, it's been so long since we played dice and all this other sorts of games, but finally we can revel in some sort of delight tonight.
Well, Antarius, I fear that there is little opportunity for us to be playing games at the moment. The situation is rather dire, as you might have heard outside.
Yes, I've heard about Marienburg. What's going on in particular? Why are they charging us?
Well, as far as we understand, the men of Marienburg seem to believe that the Empire is not doing enough to protect them from both the forces of the Norscan raiders, who come south to try and raid the shipping lanes, and the Dark Elves, the Druki, who also seek to raid their coasts for slaves. As a result, they've raised their banner in resistance against the Empire, and although they're not at war, it seems that they've not been paying their taxes to the Empire for quite some time.
And they're charging us extortionate rates.
Indeed,
Apparently.
they claim that these resources are being collected from us so that they can fund their own navy and defend themselves. But if you ask me, it seems entirely extortionate.
Wouldn't it be better for us to make a bargain or sort of deal with Marienburg and see if we can expand our resources there? Or are we too
The
close
Phoenix
then?
King has no spare opportunity to waste his valuable soldiers and navy defending the coast of the human empire. That would be simply absurd.
Perhaps Father can probably.
What is the Phoenix King doing anyway? You elves spend a lot of time
Did
over there.
I ask you to speak, human?
Or,
Antarius?
I apologise for, being in our city.
It's probably best for you to not talk at all.
Be it your city or not, this is our embassy. And in our embassy, the rules of Ulthua apply. You will mind your manners. You will ask to speak before you speak.
I'd simply just kind of stare Kurt down and just let him. Well, I wait for him to ask.
I just fell silent. I'm just
You're not gonna ask him to speak.
I'm just gonna stare at him.
Well, it appears
Hold the chin
whatever
up.
it is that he wanted to say wasn't important enough. Antarius, where were we?
We were talking about the trade embargo currently, and the Phoenix King being too tapped for the most part to try to help out Marienburg.
Indeed. Perhaps
But-
if you wanted to be of use to the cause, I suppose the only thing that we could ask you to do is try to see if you're able to earn enough of a reputation here to secure a meeting with perhaps a member of the royal court, or at least possibly even the emperor himself. We haven't been able to speak to him at all. He hasn't received me in probably over 7 months now.
What is he's out.
Human! What did I say?
I just stare at him again.
If you speak again, I will have the guards come in here and they will throw you out on the street.
I give Kern a slap to the back of his head and then force him to bow.
I just
Antarius just seems to be living it up. He's just like, God, I missed this. There is opportunity down in Bogendorf where there is a jousting competition. And
Yes, that is a perfect idea. Of course, if you are victorious in the jousting competition, you will be able to earn a great name for yourself. And then surely someone of importance will have to speak with you. Maybe then you'll be able to
May
bring forward our petition.
May I interrupt there, my lords?
You may speak, human.
As a knight of Bretonia, I was going to enter this joust, and I'm far more trained than the Lord Ambassador here. Perhaps, though, I could enter the joust as his
champion.
champion. Yes, that's the word.
Out of the
thank you.
question. Absolutely not. Antarius, you cannot allow the nation of Ulthuan's participation in a joust to be represented by a human. That is unthinkable.
But Leothor, I'm no knight, and I'm definitely not the best at jousting.
Antarius, I am sure you will find it within yourself to prove your worth to the Phoenix King. Will you not?
My lord, may I make an alternative suggestion? Then?
Hold on, human. I am speaking to Antarius.
Antarius kind of like bites his tongue and looks downward, and he's just like, of course, I would love to serve the Phoenix King.
Excellent. Antarius, I'm going to give you this sigil. It represents my office. I don't want you to abuse it. Do not misuse this. But you may use it in order to present yourself to the jousting lists. And he offers you this sigil that is in the shape of what looks like a lion. A silver lion.
Antarius bows his head and takes the sigil.
I need this back.
Of course, Leothor, I would not lose this on my life. Before I go, though, he reaches into his pack, and it's like, the reason why I've come all this way, and he holds out the letter that he's brought with him.
He reaches out and he takes it and he opens it.
My brother is getting married, and
Indeed.
I've come all this way to invite you to return home and see him buried.
It would be my honor to do so, but it is of even more importance that we resolve the matter in Marienburg before I return back to Ulthuan.
Of course.
If I am to attend this wedding, I must return to Ulthuan with good news to bring to the Phoenix King.
Mm-hmm.
Now, polite human who did not interrupt, what did you have to say?
I was going to suggest that if you want Antarius to enter the joust, perhaps it might be an idea to equip him with a fine horse and some armor. Otherwise, he will surely fail.
Ooh.
Make a challenging charm test.
Oh, god damn it.
I might have to do a fate point here, mate.
Yeah, I'm using a feint. Fortune
Yeah.
point. Oh my god!
9.
Leothor considers this for a long moment. He strokes his beardless chin in thought. Very well. The human makes a fair argument. Antarius, I shall permit you to make use of my own personal steed in this joust, as long as you ride as the representative of Ulthuan. If news returns to me that this Bretonnian was riding my mount, there will be hell to pay.
May I
I
add
would
my own point here, my lord?
Yes?
I do not know if your own horses would carry my weight, but I would not dare to ride yours, and I have my own horse, who is amongst the finest of our Bretonian stock.
Yes, well, perhaps...
Ain't your horse lame?
I give Kern a back again.
Guards! There's a
I just
rustling of
stared
feet
for a
outside,
doubt.
and then 2 guardsmen present themselves in the room. Take this human and throw him out!
I don't know. I'll walk myself out here, unless you don't want to see all the humans seeing these elves toss a human out of building. Kindle some flames.
Get out of my office!
Aye.
Now!
I fucking get out there.
You fucking bail as quickly as you can. And, are you waiting outside for the others?
I guess I like trying, essentially sit on the front step.
You sit on the step. You sit on the naughty step at the front of the embassy. Antarius, now that that nuisance has been removed, I shall see to it that one of my silver helm steeds is delivered to you, and furthermore, you shall take my breastplate.
The gesture is appreciated, Leothor.
Of course, everything that I give to you, I expect to be returned in good condition.
What a dream otherwise.
Indeed. I am putting my faith in you here, Antarius. Do not disappoint.
I give him a bow, and I say, I will not disappoint you in this coming contest. I will win for the honor of our Phoenix King.
Excellent. I would expect nothing less. Now go, and may Isha go with you.
Mm-hmm.
I give a nod of the head and turn to leave as well.
I make my way.
Antarius, you can gain 10 experience points.
Cool.
Kurnt, you can gain 5.
Hey.
Once you've added that to your sheet, your carriage driver is still waiting for you outside the embassy.
Oh, do I not get any for getting Antarius the horse and breastplate?
No.
Ah.
I'll be nice. Yeah, you can have 5.
Ah, yeah, thanks.
So I got a breastplate and a fine horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will tell you what
Wouldn't it be a
quality
Dysteria? Because
Would
that's
be a
the type of
Dysteria.
horse for...
Liam, just a quick one. You said like rare is 60%. What's exotic?
I don't think exotic is a weird one. I think exotic you can only get in like dungeons and stuff. I don't think you can actually buy it.
Or is it that you can endeavour to have someone track one
Like,
down?
what's an example of an exotic? I haven't actually looked through the trappings before.
Bugman's 6x ale, basically.
Yeah, so
dwarven ale.
that's like extremely prestigious dwarven brew.
But it's only
Surprisingly cheap.
it's only brass penny. So that was
Brass pennies in dwarven lands in the Karazhan.
Right. Okay.
Like it's not produced in human lands. That's why it's that trappings guide, like the common, scarce, exotic. That is in reference to what you would find in Reichland.
Hang on, just reading the description here, Liam. Bugman's Ale is distributed to most major cities.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I was asking because I want some of that shit.
Would he not be able to find some of it in some very
I mean,
posh,
maybe in like the
upscale?
Dwarven district or something. But what I need to know then is what are the rules for you to get trappings that are exotic, because it doesn't say.
I shall search that while you continue with this.
Availability, page 290. Exotic items are super rare and are only available if the GM says so, or if you commission the item from the appropriate artisan, or make it yourself. Okay. I see. Okay, well that's fine, in which case, yeah, you're able to get a hold of Bugman's, although it costs 10 rather than 6 pennies in Altdorf.
It's
Supposed to
9.
cost 9.
Oh,
Could you
yeah.
want to increase that more?
No, 10 is fine.
Okay. Right. Cool. Thank you.
Or for getting drunk.
However, I don't think you actually have time to make that trip unless you want to go out there during the evening, at night.
Yeah. No, I've got shit to do. Never mind. All right.
Where would I put the horse?
Ride it.
Ride it.
No, on my character sheet.
Oh, I have no idea on that one.
Okay.
I think
Uh,
it
Dragon
goes
Ball
as...
Z.
Actually, it is a trapping
A horse
Yeah.
with trappings.
in and of itself. If you just search trappings DES, it'll be the only thing that pops up. But
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
actually
It's
how
it's considered a container.
yeah, because it can carry you and I think a bit of others.
Container.
I take it you also got a saddle and harness with that as well.
It is a beautiful white steed that has been imported from Ulthuan.
Wow.
It is a very, very good horse. Probably one of the best horses you've ever seen.
Not from mine.
And guaranteed, someone's going to try and nick it.
Yeah.
It's like you've just rocked out of the Elven Embassy with a Bugatti Veyron.
Yeah. Like the
I
average
immediately
person.
notice it.
Starting
and
to get dark.
I take note that he's got that.
And he's also wearing a fancy, fine, shiny breastplate as well.
You've literally walked out of the Elven Embassy looking like a Russian oligarch. Like, you look like a man who is loaded now. As a result, your status has temporarily increased to gold 1, as long as you have these items.
Wow. Oh,
Your status
shit.
will revert back to normal once you lose these items, or if.
Alright, let's keep to the well
I'll
lit
see you on the
parts of this
field,
day.
Atarius.
Probably going to win.
He's like,
Antarius has no confidence in this. He's like, this is going to be awful.
Now's the time to start trading.
Yeah.
Also, I note that your lord didn't say when you were to return the horse and breastplate.
He didn't, but I'm not going to screw him over.
Are Whittled and I done with our meal?
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys are currently those guys are all in the coach making their way back. They're going to arrive back at the barge for late evening. Meanwhile,
it's
Whittled and Runk can get up to one more thing before it's late evening.
Nice. I'd like to try and convince Whittled to come down to the wharf with me and find Bad Max.
Okay.
I am completely on board with that, man. Let's have an adventure. We've had an ale. Let's go have a fight.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, you make your way down to the wharfs. It's pretty smelly down here. Lots of people working the docks. Even towards the later end of the evening, they're all loading up these ships. You notice there's a surprisingly large number of Imperial battleships, like ships of war, that are in the docks at the moment. So there's actually quite a few people who are in the Imperial Navy, like soldiers and stuff, down on the wharf as well. You don't need to make a gossip test to find out that this is a bit unusual.
Whittled, I sense people around here probably aren't going to get on very well with me. So I imagine you're better off asking someone about Bad Max.
Right, who do you reckon will know something?
Can we look out for someone who looks a bit shifty?
Well, you remember that the tavern keeper back at the Boatman Inn mentioned that a lot of the stevedores are connected with Max.
Yeah, so can we look for a shifty one?
Okay, yeah, make an intuition test, I suppose. Difficult. See if you can identify a shifty stevedore.
I'm good. To be honest, Runk, I don't really know what one is.
They move things.
You're
onto
not sure
boats.
what one is, but by damn, you'll do your best to find one.
I'm going to assume it's some kind of like.
Stevedore is like a dock wagon, somebody with like loads.
Yeah,
of fish.
shaka docker. Alright, I'm just going to find someone who's like, wearing some overalls or something, or is carrying some luggage. I'm just going to go up to him.
Yeah, okay. Make an intuition test.
Just normal one, average.
Yeah. Difficult. Oh well, you've succeeded.
Hey up, is your name Steve?
His name is not Steve, but as you soon discover, he does work the docks as a stevedore.
So you are Stevedore. Oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, so I'm looking for Stevedore. You're not Steve, but what's your name anyway?
Rolf.
Roll. Okay. Well, what it is, Roll, is we need to find an associate of ours. You might know him as Max. He's a bit of a bad man. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's all about that. Well, if we're looking for him, trouble, if you know what.
Okay, you know what, Escalade? What are you looking for?
This is what we heard about. There was a bit of confrontation in an inn the other day. He got himself.
You're not understanding me, are you? What
we're looking for a
supply are
chemical.
you looking for?
We're
Oh,
looking
I see. Have you got something smokable maybe?
Yeah, but what are you after, mate?
Yeah, we're looking to buy anyway. Do you know where he is?
Right.
And I don't really want to discuss that private business, but it's just like that'd be yeah. Make sure you get a little kickback. But we got some. I'm going to try and like put on the air of a criminal here as well. Yeah, we got some stuff we need to ship. We got some stuff we need to buy. I'll make sure you get a little kickback if you help me out. How about that, chum?
Right.
You're going to help me out here now, Roll.
Come with me. I'll take you to Max.
I like wink to Runk, and in my mind, I'm like completely confident Runk has a plan for this.
Runk knows what to do.
That's me, baby.
The stevedore takes you inside a warehouse, and he takes you inside what is essentially a fort of containers, like boxes. And they've been assembled in such a way there's like this little makeshift hideaway in here. And you can see that there are several bags stacked up. Some of them are full of herbs, some of them are full of strange glowing green gems.
I'm going to sniff the
And
herbs.
indeed, here you find Bad Max.
I'm going to sniff the herbs. I'm going to be like, yeah, that looks like some good product. Good products, yeah.
He's
Does
got
Runk
his boots
know
up
what
on the
those
table.
green stones are?
How many other people are there?
Runk probably does know what those green stones are. Those are warpstone.
Ooh.
Warpstone are basically fragments of pure chaos. I think they're like pieces of Moore's Leap, like they're asteroids from the moon.
Yeah,
That's
think
what
think of them
Involved
like
is,
uranium.
Yeah, basically.
It's like fucking warhead shit, man.
Yeah, it's like inherently very
No.
chaotic and dangerous. They're also illegal. It's also illegal in the Empire.
Pretty sure it makes uranium look safe.
Pretty
How many
sure
people-
we're
Well. If it isn't the dwarf from the Boatman Inn. I heard they call you Runk the Hero now.
They do indeed. However, how many people are in there?
You can see there are about 4 people here. There's Max, and then there's 3 bodyguards. Well, bodyguards are more like very tough-looking dock workers.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my axe, or my weapon.
Okay. What the fuck?
I'd like to know what you did with those nobles last night, Max.
He also pulls out his sword.
I'm going to ready my bow.
And the dock workers nearby also start looking quite shifty, and they start putting their hands on their clubs. Who do you
Why
think
is
you
it
are
the
coming in here
dock
and threatening me?
Well, you're the
Dennis.
one who started it. My question is why they seem to think I had anything to do with those missing nobles.
Sounds like your problem, not mine.
Well, look,
I'd
it's
like to
your
know-
problem now, then, because we're being threatened.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I'd like to frenzy and attack him.
Okay. Right, okay then, I guess we're in a combat scene. Give me 1 second.
Place your bets, place your bets.
Place your bets,
How many
ladies
rounds?
and gentlemen.
I succeeded.
Any moment now, Runks can put his clever plan into action. Runk, why are you screaming?
Runk, why are you screaming?
Runk, is that foam in your bit?
I think you've completely misunderstood the dwarf.
I want my Breton. He wouldn't go in this. I'm going to be the Breton's friend from now on.
You're gonna be my friend, was that?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this, so I need to quickly do a map. Give me a second.
I was kind of expecting this, to be honest. Like,
I was expecting this.
I'm not that
You
surprised.
had the murder hobo go with the angry dwarf.
Yeah, literally, the kid crippler and the hero of Tavern Street went off for a stroll.
To find the person who was the evil of Tavern Street.
Imagine if, like, Max is kind of like a Fagin, and then in walks the kid, like, limping along. And in the crossfire, just gets plugged in the upper leg.
Can we give you hatred kids?
It's more like a hatred of poor city people.
No, have you actually seen the psychological condition hatred?
I'm sorry, I really like the idea of Liam making up on the fly. Like, okay, there's this like little secret box of crates. He's all set for like this challenging charm encounter, and I'm just like, nope.
Well, surely Liam should have realised after everyone's abysmal failure at charm,
Yeah,
the least charming person is not going to go for a charm encounter.
Yeah, I have the worst fellowship. I'm like, no.
I'm just amazed that he managed to charm some goodies Frantarius. I really thought that was going to be a double failure.
Yeah, just give me a second.
I am more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
I will joust you down.
Let's pawn the horse and be rich, boys.
240 gold.
Yeah.
Probably a lot more because it's a fancy elven one.
Yeah. You can take the golden run. And Tarius can be a bandit out in the wilderness. Just fucking murdering people for more money. And then dealing with elven assassins and all this other sort of nonsense.
Oh, yeah,
10 out of 10.
Was that breastplate you got fine as well? It's just a solid breastplate.
This is a solid breastplate.
It
It has
still very
it's,
tough.
yeah. I mean, it has 2 AP, and it blocks the body.
You just need some mail to go underneath it now.
Yeah, I'm
you
in a
have more armor on
strange,
your chest than me.
I'm in a strange situation now where I've got the mail and I've got the leather. So now I'm just like, I hope I get shot in the chest.
Oh, I will say, if we do need to put anything, like if we're getting encumbered or whatever, I could put it on the horse. I already put some stuff on the horse because I was a little bit encumbered already. So
Yeah, I know. It's handy. I'll be putting my lance on the horse when
Yeah.
I get it back.
Just a quick
Yeah.
one. How does the +1 strength bonus with frenzy?
It may be a thing you can tick on the attack.
Maybe. I'm trying to understand how that works. I don't. Do I just have +1 to modifiers? But that, I think the whole point is I do more damage.
So,
Yeah, if I remember rightly, there's a load of things you can tick on the attack. It may be something there.
Yeah.
yeah, you've got modifiers as well. So, if you've got +1 significant level, that equates to, I think, a +10 on
Right.
the modifier.
Okay.
And, of course, that will increase your damage because it will increase the actual amount of
Yeah.
by how much
okay.
you pass. That's probably the easiest way to.
Alright, sound.
If I'm incorrect, I'm sure Liam will correct me.
Liam sounds so stressed.
Just not clever.
And just forced into a combat situation.
Actually, Lewis, I
Mhm.
think you have modifiers on your character sheet. I think that's probably
Yeah.
the best place to put it.
Yeah, that's why I put it in. I was just questioning what one significant level meant.
I was misunderstanding what you said. It's literally just +1 strength, not one significant level, isn't it?
Is Kurt unhappy you didn't come with us now? There would have been some
No, I
lovely
think-
boxes you could have jumped in.
I think Kern's happy he stuck with the elf and Bretonian because he didn't have to fight. Even if he did get a few slaps to the back of his head.
I'm really hoping here that I roll well and go through these stevedores like fucking a knife through butter.
Are you aiming to kill the guy, or are you just trying to knock him out?
I'm aiming to slaughter all of his mates and then like knock him to the ground and pacify him.
Well, in fairness, I mean, they've got warps things, so it's not like they can go to the bill, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
To be
Then
fair,
again,
if
I'm not
I was
sure,
with
yeah.
you, I would probably have done the same as well because of the warp stone.
I don't know if any of us would know what it is though.
Oh, you need to put our tokens whenever you are ready.
Oh, did I just get rid of the old dolphin?
Yeah, I think you did.
I'm back. What's happening? Sorry.
I'm slashing when we get the chance.
Are you still attacking this poor bloke?
Yeah, we're just prepping the fight scene.
They were asking whether you were regretting being with the elf and me as opposed to them.
As long as I'm not fighting people.
There's some lovely boxes you could have jumped in. I think though one day, just like through like the fact that he's forced to, there's no escape. Kurt's going to take a life, and after that, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, when he actually does fight, he'll roll all natural ones because that's the best he can roll.
And he's going to be like, "This is some kung fu
Just
movie." I was holding back my full strength all the time.
Here, cunt's pretty handy. Don't let me fool you.
Yeah, just because he acts like a coward doesn't. Cowards always know the best way to move. Liam, if it's too complicated, I can always just angrily
No,
smash
just
the table.
hang on a second. Jeez, I'm doing the
Okay.
thing. God damn it.
Yeah, if it saves you doing the thing, I could just shoot a couple of them and call it quits.
Well, this is the mad thing. So, I've got frenzy as a skill now. I bought it like after last session, so it means I get to make 2 attacks every turn.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
What's the downside? You have to do
Does
some
mean he gets
tests
to-
or lose control. or something.
After I've killed or pacified everybody who I'm attacking, I then immediately become fatigued.
And he also needs to work himself up into it, which was the willpower test he did.
Oh, I
yeah.
see.
So I have to roll to try and get into that mental zone. But once I'm in it, I get double attack. But the only thing I can do is attack. Like if one of them goes like, I surrender, but there's other people still fighting, I'm still gonna like slaughter everybody until there is no one left who is fighting.
So what about if you were fighting, but there was like some peaceful, soft, like flute music in the background, and you can't get into that angry place? Is that possible? Or you know, there's like
failing the willpower.
if you were fighting in like a nice hot bubble bath or something.
Then
Well-
the DM might decide to give it a difficult willpower test to get frenzy instead of.
I can't get
normal.
angry. Like the little duck's so cute. I'll grab a drink just while you sort this out. So it'll be 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll go for a second. The most interesting bit about it, me and Ben were trying to work out, is like if I get dual wielder and I frenzy, we think I get 4 attacks.
It's OP.
Well, I can't work out if I just get 3, because it's like you get a bonus attack, but then it says dual wield says that you replace your attack with like a double swing basically. But my whole thing is like I'm trying to die, so dealing death in massive amounts and not protecting myself seems pretty right.
It does seem quite fitting. Yeah, when armed with 2 weapons, you may attack with both or your action, is what it says. And then the frenzy says you may make a free attack meal test each round. Free action meal test. Yeah, a free action, as long as it's an attack. Dual wield says when he attacks, he can attack twice, essentially. That's how I read it.
My spinning blades of doom.
Okay.
I mean, that's quite quick to make a new map.
Yeah. And slot in like 5 opponents.
Yeah. Do we get to see it even though we don't have tokens in it?
Can you see?
It's just black for me because there's don't have a token
Oh,
in
for fuck's sake.
it. I'm guessing Runk and Witold can see.
No, it's black for me as well. But I'm assuming that's just 'cause it's loading.
Oh, there we go.
Fixed?
Yeah, now I can see.
Right. There you go. Okay. Okay. So, you've decided to engage yourself in a bit of rough and tumble.
Yeah.
So,
You already beat his ass once. It's time to do it again.
this time he's got a few mates though, unfortunately.
Yeah,
This time I have an axe, not a table.
the numbers are not on your side for
I
sure.
mean, there's a table right there. You can start the fight by flipping it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to
Hit him with the table again.
I'm back, by the way. Oof, I was hoping
Okay,
you'd have a bit
okay,
more.
so,
So-
And the dwarf is dead last.
I'm always last.
fortunately, since you've just decided to actually launch yourself at him, the bodyguards are surprised. So Max is going to get his go, but his bodyguards are slower to react.
Nice.
You insolent little bastard! I'll teach you to mess with me! He screams as he comes towards you and makes to attack you.
And I do
You're about
weapons.
to do it.
That thing? And it.
So you select
Challenge
yourself,
him.
double click on him. Oh my god, he fucked you!
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Do you have any
The Slayer.
fortune to re-roll that? Because
Yeah. I don't have any fortune.
He doesn't have
but I
fortune.
might
Do you want to take a
pistol.
dark deal? Do you want to let the dark chaos god Korn guide your blade?
I think I do. Yeah.
mean-
Oh.
As you see Max charge towards you with his sword, you have a vision in your mind of him literally chopping off your arm. But you're not ready to die yet. You're not done. And instead, you let this deep inner rage take over you, something far more angry than anything you've brought against orcs in the past. And you see red. Surprise, surprise, surprise. It's Whittle's turn, and your dwarf has just let out an inhuman scream. And his eyes have gone bloodshot.
Yeah.
Okay, how far can I move? That's a question, I think.
Aim for the leg of someone, whichever one is the youngest.
Who's the youngest? I can run 20 yards, so.
Yeah, it gives you advantage when you target people younger than you, right?
Just
Are
him.
these, are these barrels here? I want to have a shot at this guy sort of behind us. Are these barrels low enough I can shoot over them?
Yeah, you can shoot over them, that's fine. I just want to check combat, range to combat. I think there's probably some modifiers that are going to be applied here.
Which ones are you wanting to know?
What are you doing?
You cannot make ranged attacks while engaged. I don't think you're engaged at the moment.
He's not attacked anyone.
It's
in
like
the
an
only
area
one
of
attacked
control,
him.
like D&D, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you would be engaged, I think, but they're surprised, so you're going to be alright. Yeah, okay, so... Who are you targeting?
Right. This one next to me there.
You don't want to move.
I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't know how to ping. I want to sort of move down here a
Well,
bit.
well, hang on, because there's a button that you can use, right? Click in the top left where you see the little map symbol, and then you've got a ruler.
Up to 20. I think if I move down here, I'll probably still. Well, I'll move here. I think I'll have a line of sight around that box.
Kitten.
You're just doing that so you can't be flanked that easily.
Well, yeah, I've got a bow and. Okay, I'm going to plug this guy. I can always run back in if I need to go melee and help Runk out.
You're armoured enough.
So it is. How do I target them again? Just remind me.
Click on them.
Okay, there we go.
What's the range on your weapon?
It's a longbow. Let's see. 100 yards.
100 yards and you're shooting to 14 yards. I think that's an average difficulty because you're shooting at short range.
Does he not get any bonus because he's also outnumbering the enemy outnumbers him? Or is it not being
No.
counted as a crowd?
No. That combat difficulty modifier, the easy modifier to the outnumbering thing, that applies in melee.
No, there's also one that applies to range shooting into crowds, but I'm
Shooting
guessing.
into a large group of targets, yeah, but it's not.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's shooting at one single guy that's by himself.
That applies to like adjacency, so if they're next to each other, if there's like 7 people
Okay.
next to each other, then yeah. But they're quite separate. Anyway, yeah, go ahead. So you want to left click him, and then you want to go over to the bar at the top left. Do you actually have your bow equipped? I don't think you do.
Yeah, I equipped it just when Runk pulled out his thing. We were all armed up.
No, I mean on your character sheet.
Oh, I think I.
No, you don't. Fix it. So now, if you click on your character, you'll see in the top left weapons. Underneath, well, in the top left of the screen.
Oh yeah, and then I just clicked longbow. No ammo. I have got ammo.
Your arrows.
Yeah, I've got 24 of them.
Did
They
you actually
keep
add them
equip
to your
them as
sheet?
well?
I don't think you did.
They're on my sheet.
No, they're not. Oh wait, yeah, they are. That's interesting.
Yeah, you got a
They
sheaf
the
of arrows and a
equip
quiver.
thing ticked.
So, how do you add ammunition?
I could just do it through the sheet and just do ranged bow.
Well, no, because I want to figure out how that works.
Would that be in the
Oh, right, okay,
combat
go
tab
to, your,
of the...
go to your combat tab. There's a drop down option to choose your ammunition.
What in combat?
On the combat tab in your character sheet, there's a drop down to select.
Yeah, there we go.
Now it should.
And then it's just a challenging, right?
Oh,
it's going to be
look,
ouch.
Is that because it's at point blank range?
Sure.
Ben, also you've got the mount thing is in the combat tab as well.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know how to add it there.
Well, drag and drop, I assume.
Different tabs.
Ooh, you succeeded.
14 damage. That's good.
Avoiding, I think it's only a dodge that you can do.
Isn't that? Is there a
Deflect
range
the enemy,
limit
how
as
good.
to...
Or if they are unless you have a large enough shield. Okay, so unless you have a shield. Or if they're in point blank range. Point blank is range divided by 10. Okay. So the range is 100. On the bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, range so is it within 10 yards? No. It's within short range. Okay, so he can't dodge it, I don't think. So
Nice.
it's just a question of whether or not you shoot and hit it. Yep. So that goes unopposed. Well, you hit it. Right, so your arrow flies. Cause 14 damage. The arrow slams itself into his gut. He staggers backwards, alarmed, and bleeding.
Damn. The bodyguard's tough.
And now it is Runk's turn. Yes.
You can do better than that. Come on.
Well, I would, but I don't upset our neighbours.
Fuck him.
Oh,
You-
Jesus.
Show him who.
It can still be a hit if Max cocks up his opposed.
Did you add advantage to yourself?
Yes.
Just explain to them that you play D&D. They'll understand.
Aha.
Did you attack with your weapon?
I did.
I don't think you did.
No, you didn't.
Oh. Have I not got it equipped?
I think you just chose make me a basic test instead of
Yeah, I think you just chose
choosing
basic
your weapon.
test instead of choosing your weapon.
Oh, shit.
Let's try again.
So is it weapon skill then?
If you
No,
select
it should
yourself, you
stay-
have an option for weapon.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, oops. Well, that was better.
That was better. Look at you.
Hey, Max rolled better as well, so
Very true.
For fuck's sake. Oh my god, right. Did you actually, like, target him when you did that?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So, do it again, right? Select yourself, then alt-click on Max, and then do the weapon test. Because it didn't recognize that you targeted him. I will let you do that again.
Jesus. So small pick, challenging.
There you go. Right, we'll take that.
Okay.
there we go. That looked about right.
Gone from like a minor success to like a major success to a fumble to a normal success again.
Oh, you haven't got him targeted.
I did. I pressed alt click.
I mean, it does say that Max opposed the test.
Yeah.
No, it's saying that his test is opposed because he's targeting something. Well, hang on.
Oh yeah, it didn't say Runk is targeting him, does it?
Like that.
There we go.
So
Or
roll
did
now.
you do that, Liam?
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, so you got
Nice.
left click yourself, then alt click, then roll.
Okay. Well, we have a hit.
You have a hit. You've done damage. As you drive your pick into him and he screams in pain, yelling, ordering his bodyguards to come and act. And finally it looks like they're about to. He's
It's
gonna
not
try.
because I'm frenzied, so I get a second attack.
Oh, you do? Go ahead.
Yeah.
So I've selected him again. So weapons.
Are there orange
Okay.
arrows around him?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
Should work. There you go. Yeah, it did work. Oh my god.
Oof!
As you bring the pick down, you embed it into Max's collar, shattering his collarbone and breaking his ribcage. He lets out a scream, a wet gurgle, as he crumples to the ground in front of you. And Korn, as he wields your arms to reap the blood of mortals, decides to do it again. And this time you break his face.
Die!
Oh,
So he's
fuck!
dead, is he?
Scream the bodyguards who make a cool test.
I like the jaunty music as you're doing this. do. Ah!
Right, so they have failed. He is broken.
This is going to cause so many problems for us.
We're leaving town. It's fine.
Only
We
if they
still
get
have to
wind.
survive the guards for one full day.
He is broken.
I think we should just leave town tomorrow. just fucking like, just bail.
Yeah, you can catch up on your horse. It's a slow moving barge.
It's too hot, boys. We gotta bail.
I think we might have to, Antares.
They are
Yeah.
all broken. All of them have failed their tests horrendously. All of the bodyguards are screaming in terror and fleeing from the crazy warlord who has just slaughtered Max. Big bad Max.
What about the guy with the arrow in his gut?
Yeah,
Has
he's
he got
running
any? Yeah, wait, but has he got any hampering to his running? Is he slower?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, we want to take one prisoner if you can manage that without killing.
I don't think Brunk is really in a situation to take it.
No,
I
not
mean,
like that.
Born...
The only
Paul,
way
what
they
is
can
blood?
survive is they're the only one left in my sight, and they surrender. Like, if there's anyone else still in the region, I have to like keep fighting until they're pacified.
For fuck's sake, Steve. Fuck off. I don't care about who's playing Path of Exile. Go away. Right, so this guy is gonna try and bail. What's his movement? Oops.
Well, at least the dwarf's between them and the door. Doesn't that mean... Because they have to pass right by Runk, does that mean anything?
There's no attacks of opportunity. So.
Cool.
Oh well. I'll just have to walk in the door and get it.
There's something to do with gauge. Or maybe there is. Gauge.
I don't think any of them were engaged.
No, I don't think any of them were engaged yet. No, they can just move freely.
Yeah.
So they just dodge past the dwarf as he's busy hacking the face
Yeah,
off.
as he
Could
chopping
be.
Max's face off.
That's their action though, boys. We can still chop them on the street.
We told Stan.
Okay, I guess I'm going to use the 8
Wait,
yards.
just
action.
before you move, behind you in the corner of the warehouse, you can hear the sound of muffled screaming. Hidden behind
Could
some
be.
barrels.
Could be the nobles. Well, I mean, we won't have to question them if that's the case.
The dwarf's still going to charge down all of them and try killing them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't do anything else.
He's in SCP mode, isn't he? Well, you have fun. I'll go and find the nobles. Are they down here in this corner?
Here in the
Is it
corner,
not-
you find two very fat, very familiar-looking boys who you distinctly recall the smell of their vomit.
He's staying on his clothes.
And they're hog-tied in the corner here. They've been gagged.
Dear diary, jackpot.
Are they kids? Is he going to shoot them in the legs?
No, I'm going to ominously like put my bow on my back, and then draw a dagger with a grin on my face, and then
They stop
after scaring them a little, I just cut their bodies.
Oh God! Please, you've got to get us out of here.
Yeah, we're here to save
I
you. I
didn't
just
try
have to
bribing them.
wait for my, I'm going to say, colleague to, he's having an intense game at the moment.
Finish playing with his food.
He's having an intense game at the moment.
You'd probably say for just
Meanwhile,
waiting
your
here for a
colleague.
second. He's got an SCP on them, I think.
Ooh. Okay.
One attack on each, try and kill them.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to here. Wait, if I go out on the street, I'll be seen. So I'm just gonna stay.
I don't think you're in a state of mind to even think
You
that.
can make a
Right?
cool test to see if you can think about that.
No, I have to go for the person nearest me, but I can't move back for some reason.
Roll to have a thought.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna attack the person nearest me.
Okay.
You must always move at full rate towards the closest enemy you can see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, so alt click, weapon test, pick, challenging. Oh, I failed. But will he fail worse as he's broken? Nice.
You chop him
On the head as well.
You stab him in the back, but he's still trying to run.
Well, I've still got a second attack, boy.
It's interesting. I've actually noticed that I can see who Runk is targeting due to the colour of the dot.
The man dies in a grisly pool of blood as he slumps down, slain by the dwarf.
Dwarf's and bad, man.
Oh, I've just noticed you can put
Oh,
a
whoops,
spell
they're
over.
actually linked to the same.
The guy on the street just dies.
We could just say he bled out from the arrow shot, maybe.
Blood out.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the guards are going to have a field day when they see someone running out into the street with a bloody arrow in their gut.
I don't care, mate. Frenzy.
The good news is they won't suspect the kid crippler because he's known to use a crossbow.
And
So
shoot
Rook
kids
has
in the legs.
slaughtered that guy. Max, I'm afraid, is not in this world.
Die.
This man fucking pegs it.
Peg.
And he's legging it. This guy, we're told stun.
Not sure. I think we'll stay here for another turn, boys. Let's just, think positive
He's just
thoughts.
gonna hunker down with the lads and swear.
He's just gonna hide.
I thought the
Lee.
screaming was terrifying, and then I heard the silence.
Oh Jesus.
It's up to you now. Are you counting them as out of sight and pacified?
They are now out of sight as far as you're concerned.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I calm down then.
You come back to your senses, panting heavily, covered in blood. Surprisingly,
I don't know
none
how
of it is
to.
yours.
You right there, lad? You're
I
good at
don't know
that.
how to apply
Frank,
fatigue.
gain 10 experience, we're told. Gain 10 experience.
Hey.
How do I apply fatigue? Do you know? Sorry.
I think it's a character sheet. Effects.
So, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
looking
it's under
for-
the effects thing. I think it's the one that looks like the half
Looks
sleep.
like the sleeping guy. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I've clicked it, so hopefully that will do it for me.
Alright, boys, I think we're safe. Let's go. Go on. You might want to. Oh, jeez.
Men, we've come to rescue you.
Vioric, boys, you might want to shut your eyes for this bit.
Oh God, this is horrible. I just want to go home.
Yeah, just step around them. You'll be fine. Just wait by the door.
God.
I'd like to loot
By
both of their corpses.
Sigmar, this is horrendous.
I was gonna say,
you
yeah,
loot
let's
their
do
corpses, you find
What we got for our little loot crates?
12 silver shillings.
Nice.
6 each. You go like that?
Yeah, that's fine with me. Sounds good.
Are you interested in taking any of the warp stone?
No, I am interested in the drugs. I don't want anything to do with chaos. But, the drugs,
Other than the dark deal.
well, yes, but that was important.
It looks like the herb. Do any of you have lore in herbs or trade herbalism?
I don't.
No.
If
Harold's
neither of you
delight.
do, you're not really sure what this stuff is. You think it's probably something that you smoke, but it smells weird.
Hey, you got a pipe. Why don't we just give it a go? Yeah, let's give it a go. See what
Give
happens.
it to the nobles.
So sorry, you said there was one sack of herbs and one sack of warp stones.
Well, there are several.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take one sack of herbs, and leave the warp stones and the rest of the herbs and everything else for the gods.
Yeah, I've got a pouch. I'm going to fill it with the herbs just in case it's something nice. And then that'll be that.
Can I search the rest of the place as well?
Hang on a minute.
Is there any notes of interest?
Okay. Sorry, I was just reading something. Say it again.
So yeah, I'll take one big sack. He's taking a pouch of it.
Okay.
Is there any? I'd like to search the rest of the place and see if there's any like documents of interest, that kind of thing, in his desk. Any money that might be stashed around somewhere.
Yeah, sure. You can have a rummage around. You can make a perception check, average. Either of you can do it to see if you turn up anything interesting.
Perception.
Whithold's going to find another gold coin, flip it around a few times, show it off and pretend he doesn't
Whithold,
have it.
you're rummaging through everything that's in this warehouse, and you're kicking open a few of the boxes, and you're having a look around. Suddenly you find something very strange. You open one of the crates, and it looks like inside someone has stashed some valuables. But they weren't no dock worker. Looking in here, you see what looks like some sort of silver pendant and a black book sealed with a golden block.
Well, the way I see it, Runk, you can read, so you should have the book and I'll have the pendant.
Sure. I'll
The
take the book.
pendant, inspecting it closely, looks like it is actually. Do you have any law skills?
I have
Why?
no law skills.
Law Nordland.
I have law chaos if it's evil.
Can I have a law chaos test, please?
Sure. What difficulty?
Difficult.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Indeed, you identify this to be what you believe to be a Norscan war talisman. It is in the symbol of a raven. Often Norscan raiders will take these into battle in order to give themselves protection and call upon the favour of their dark gods.
Zeech.
I'll relay that to Whithold and explain what I believe it is.
Oh, a Bioric. I'm going to just drop it and then kick it across the room.
You do so.
Well, I'll as you go to do that, I'll take it. Then I'll say, "Who knows? This could be worth a pretty penny to the right buyer."
Yeah, but it's chaos. You sure you want to touch that thing? You could get like possessed or something. I don't really understand what they do. I know it's bad though.
It's Norscan. I have experience with that. It's my home country. I'm sure whatever it is that it does, it's purely for battle. So
Yeah,
I'll
it's
take
still
it.
it's still dark power. Plus, there's a witch hunter finding us. Like, ain't gonna help our defense if it turns out you're carrying something like that.
He's not looking for us.
Well,
Frank,
we're
as
gonna be.
far as I'm concerned, this is definitely a symbol of chaos.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then yeah, fair enough. What can I look at the black book?
You can.
Is it another law, a chaos test?
Do you open the book?
Can I not? Can I not
Oh.
get anything from its outside? Is there nothing written on the outside?
It's a very black grimoire sealed with a golden lock.
Ah, well, I wouldn't be able to open it then, surely.
Well, you can try and force it open.
Oh God.
Set it alight, maybe.
I'm gonna take both items with me, but not attempt to open the book.
Okay, can you make a challenging cool test, please?
Yes.
Didn't you buy like a thief's kit so you could unlock shit?
Well, I failed the cool test.
You feel a strange compulsion to keep these items. You stow them in your bags, gaining another corruption point.
Oh, I'm on 4 now, boys.
Well, nice knowing you.
I mean, how does it go down? Like,
Do I
Wait,
lose
yeah,
credit
The
really
two
by
nobles,
page?
meanwhile, it looks like they've actually wet themselves.
right, gents. Time to get you to the guard, I think. Yeah.
Oh, please,
two
just get us out of
nobles.
here. I think he was going to hurt us.
It certainly seems that way. You're very lucky we came for you.
Yes, thank you so much. Please, just get us out of here.
I mean, you're so lucky. I mean, one would say it would be natural. There's some kind of reward, you would say, for our kindness.
There was a blank stare for a long moment.
I'm just gonna kind of give Witold like a no shake head movement.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that later. How about that when we get you something nicer?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's just go, please.
I'll guard one of them, like making a really obvious over the top, protecting him, like thing.
Okay, I'm going to ready my bow just in case there's, any other Stevens out there.
You have a peek outside, but it doesn't look like there's anyone waiting for you.
Let's go,
Right.
boys.
I think we could. If there was any danger, it'd make me roll perception, so I think we're okay.
It's true.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to try and. Do we know how does the guard system work here? Is there like watch houses? Do I just find a random guard?
Most of the districts have a local watch office. You'd
I'd
be
like
able
to.
to find one at least near the dock.
Yeah, I'd like to try and find that then, please.
Okay, that'll be an average gossip test.
Okay, no. Someone's gonna. Right. You might want to do this with. You might want to do this, Witold. I'm covered in blood.
Well, on the other hand, if you start asking around, I'm pretty sure the guard will find us.
You make good points.
Did you say average?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be attacked by folks.
It takes you a long
I'm
time
pretty sure
to
the
try
guard-
and find the watch office, and you're misdirected several times, and it goes late into the evening. Meanwhile, as they are wandering around the dock district trying to find their way to the watch, Antarius and Lorne and Kernt have returned to the docks from the Elven Embassy, and you're near the Berabelli. And the coach has just dropped you off.
Cool.
I'm so glad in
And
game we have
strangely
no
enough,
idea what's
even
going
though
on.
this is now the time when you were expecting everyone to have gotten back together, Witold and Runk aren't here.
Where's the dwarf? What chaos has he gotten into?
I suppose they got lost. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
They might have got out for a few drinks or something. I don't know. We could try asking the guys on the barge, see if they've seen them.
I think he's more likely gotten into a bar brawl and kicked out. Go check with the bartender.
As you're discussing this, you see a blood-covered man wearing what looks like a dock worker's outfit, rushing down the plank side as fast as he can, screaming at the top of his lungs. People are dashing to get out of the way. Dwarf! There's a mad dwarf! He's killing people!
Oh,
But
I
you
think
bet
we
that's
found
our
him.
dwarf.
I'd rather not.
Oh,
Just
should we go see or should we stay?
That sounds like our dwarf is my new
It's
favorite
probably
one.
our dwarf.
Bartender, a stiff drink, please.
You're not at the bar, you're at the Barabelli, you're at the boat.
We're at the boat.
We're at the boat. Okay, my bad.
I just start walking for the direction where the guy came from. I just start
I
looking
have a
around.
quick
further.
look around to see if there's a stiff drink, then follow the elf.
There is some fine wine on board the barge, but alas, that is to be sold. It isn't long walking in the direction from which you saw that man come before you come across Witold and Runk, towing along two nobles behind them, absolutely covered in blood. Lots of people on the docks are giving them a very wide berth, and more than a few people are running away from them.
All right, lads, I shot someone today. That's 2 days on the truck.
hang my head in shame and just separate the bloody dwarf from the terrified nobles.
Why are
just
you
to try
touching
and...
me? Why you touch me, Britain?
You're covered in blood, and these nobles look like they're about to...
We've
No, no,
They
Yeah,
already
yeah.
have
You've done your
pissed
job.
themselves.
Again.
We've already done your job today and dealt with some chaos. We're on our way to the guards now. Make yourself useful and find a way.
Yeah, we're actually the rescuers here. We've done good deed today. Oracle looked down on us proudly.
I don't believe them, but finding a guard sounds like a great idea anyway.
I
It
kind of
isn't too
point
much
out.
more wandering before you're able to find your way to the local City Watch headquarters. It's just a very small compound. It's not very big. Most of the people there are the officers are currently kind of relaxing, just not.
I'd like
particularly
to burst in and say, I'm looking for Sergeant Jared. We've got some nobles for him.
Sergeant Jared. Oh, I think he's still out on patrol. Why?
Well, we've recovered these nobles at great risk to ourselves. I gesture the blood covering me.
Yes, it's true. He saved us. Huh. Is that right? What's your name?
My name is Runk, hero of Tavern Street.
Hi, and I'm Witold. No, I'm not saying that. I'm Witold. I was with the dwarf. We rescued these. Well, that we heard the guards were looking
Yes.
for nobles, and
My father, Adolf von Ostbrunn. Yes, he'll be waiting for me.
Wait, what? What's your father called?
Adolf von Ostbrunn.
Oh, I was thinking of a different guy.
Anyway,
Taris, I stay.
yes, but my father will be waiting for us to get back. He must be worried sick.
We'll escort you back. Don't worry about that. We'll make sure you get back safely. But yeah, guards. So it wasn't actually a slayer. It turned out the dwarf slayer saved them. Funny that. So can we, stop looking for slayers to arrest now?
Well, good, yeah, suppose you're right. We can write that one off. It is these two that we were looking for. Well done, boys. Here,
Mayhap
sort out
they-
the dwarf.
I mean, I wasn't going to ask for anything, but if you insist.
The man goes rummaging in the back room for a moment before he returns with nothing less than 2 gold crowns.
Yeah.
Here's your
I take
bounty
it from the
back.
guard.
We'll
shake
take it
his
from
hand.
here. We'll make sure these boys get back home.
I'm going to take the gold coin from the guard and shake his hand, and then put it in my pocket because obviously no one else in the party other than Runk saw me with it.
Yes,
Um,
we'll wait here. We'll send word to my father. He'll send a carriage.
Sure, you know us.
I'm gonna put my hand. I'm gonna try and I'm not going to put my hand on them at all. It's clearly distance is an issue with shoulders. I just say to them, I hope you boys have learnt a valuable lesson about going on nights out in the rough end of town.
Well, yes, I suppose we have.
Stick to what you're
Right.
good at. You gentlemen are clearly meant for the higher things in life.
Well, we won't be coming round here anytime soon. Mind you, well, I suppose that Max fellow won't be a problem anymore.
That's very true. He definitely got on my bad side.
Hey, do you think you're, maybe they might want to meet us to thank us personally? You know what I mean, Runk?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's not, well, he gestures towards Runk pointedly. He's not, fond of his...
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's completely understandable. But remember to tell them that Witold Holsteiner saved you to
We told Holstein.
Proud.
Yes. Of course.
a human death.
Oh, you're that peasant we threw up on.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh.
Funny how it all works out. But Ulrich was there to guide me to your safety.
They smile.
I'm gonna slap up Witold on the back and say he's a wonderful reporter, telling my story. Some of the guards know him
What's
already.
this
Be sure
got
to
crooked
tell
for
him.
you like shit?
Why do you think I asked about window tax riots earlier?
Be sure to tell him that the hero of Tavern Street and the great reporter Witold are still writing their story, and you will feature in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk back out. Go find somewhere to get clean.
You walk back out with a fresh gold coin in your pocket.
Whoop, whoop.
To Antares, I say, I can't believe he was telling the truth about that.
Yeah, Lorne, it seems like you learned a lesson as well. Even peasants can be heroes.
I'm a bit stupefied with this whole situation. And then Antarius just starts making his way back to the barge.
Oh, and Taurus, we found this great pub. We found this great pub today. You're going to love it.
Oh, wonderful.
It's 5 silvers to get in, but you might get cheaper. If you know what I mean.
5 silvers.
Yeah, we'll go there tomorrow. It'll be fun.
It's a
Maybe.
pointy ears bar.
Oh, why are you in a pointy? Why are you in my people's bar?
Alright, so, as finally the evening draws to a close, you've managed to resolve the mystery of the docks, and you've also found some interesting information as well. The rest of the evening mostly passes without incident, and the next day you have an opportunity to resolve any of your final affairs in Altdorf. You also need to pay your standard of living for these 2 days that you've spent living in the city, which is going to be the value of your status halved in either pennies, shillings, or crowns, depending on what it may be. Antarius, you can use your base status for this. You don't need to pay your gold one.
Right.
I spend a penny.
I'm trying to remember what my status is.
How
One
many
penny.
Silver
pennies
2.
is silver?
I think your status was like silver 2 or silver 3.
Yeah, it's silver 2.
Is that
How-
rounded up? Because if so, I'm going to need to break.
So how do I half it?
Well, you
It
just
was
need
one-
to pay a shilling.
Oh, I pay 1. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I pay a shilling.
Is it 12 pennies to a shilling?
No, I don't think so. It's
It's 120 to a
yeah, it's
crown.
like 120 or something.
No, to a shilling though. Is it 12 to a shilling?
Yeah, I think it's 12.
Okay.
Because it's.
No, 1 gold crown is 20 silver shillings, is 240 brass pennies. 1 silver shilling is 12 brass pennies. Yeah.
Yeah, 12. Okay, cool. Well, I pay 1 brass penny then.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I paid 2. I got I'm brass free, so I paid 2. Is that right, or was it 1? We have half pennies. Confuse them even more. They hate me than a father.
Wait, what's your status? Like, the minimum that you should be spending is 1 brass penny.
I'm brass free, so I don't know if it rounds up or down.
Oh, well, Round it up.
Never mind.
I'd like to spend the day merrily carousing with Withold, who I've now decided is my best friend.
Yeah, man, let's do it. Oh, we got to take Antares to the elf pub.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pick up my horse.
Oh my god.
I'll stay outside and go to a different pub, but you're
Oh
welcome.
no, come in. It's gonna be a hoot, man. They're gonna love you in there once they get to know you.
Okay, yeah. Lorne is able to go and collect his steed from the stable. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that you also owe them money as well.
No, I paid in full.
Did you pay in full? Okay.
I paid in full.
Who does that?
In which case,
People dealing with nobles who should generally be truthful, particularly when they're the kings. What was it? Kings?
the Emperor's
Groomers.
It was the Emperor's grooms. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah, you've retrieved your horse. You're able to bring it back to the Berabelli. Antares is introduced to the wonders of the Yvres Patrons Club in the States of 100 Towns.
So the whole time that I would be there, I would spend my time trying to find out more information about Ubersrank and just
About
like
what?
the general Ubersrank, the thing that got me in trouble. It's Ubersrank, or is it, what is it called?
Thing that got you in
Ubersrank.
trouble.
Yeah.
The thing where the people
Barony of
where the people
Ubersrank.
start looking after it.
And like the fake letter and all that stuff,
The fake letter.
which was Ubersrank, right? That's what I have in my notes.
Is this? Are you talking about the one for Castor Liber?
Hang on.
The inheritance one.
The
Yeah.
Inheritance letter.
Yeah.
It's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I'm asking about the city of Ubersrank and like where it's located and.
Oh right,
like,
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as anyone's able to tell you, you don't need to make a gossip check to learn this. Ubersreich is a market town to the south. It's one of the more populated towns that are outside of Oldorf. And it's fairly cosmopolitan, and it's been doing fairly well as of recently, although apparently there is some kind of insurrection that's been taking place to the point where it's gotten so bad that they've had to send the military to go and enforce martial law.
No, Runk, this elf is just like, we're in the pub, and he's just being busy asking questions. What? Should we just like get him drunk?
Yeah, I'd like to get him as fucked up as possible.
I want to see what happens when he's drunk, though.
I've never seen an elf one.
Yeah, no me. Hey, and Terrace, come sit with us for a sec. We got a little game.
Antarius, you're a free person. You can make your own decisions in life.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
You
correct.
don't have to drink. Don't let them force you. It's okay.
It's fine. Do you want to be cool or don't you?
Don't let them peer pressure you into getting wasted.
Oh, and Tanos, you might know. What's this? I'm going to show him the pouch with the herb.
Aren't we in the elf pub?
You're just gonna pull out some drugs in the elf club.
Yeah.
Is it an air club?
And like, I kind of just see you guys sitting there, and like I see you like waving me over, and like you're like pulling out like your drugs and shit, and I'm just like, I just shake my head at y'all, and I mostly spend my night like trying to get like any sort of like gossip or just what's the current ongoings outside of Marienburg, and like just little details basically I can use at some point.
Alright, well, if he's not going to play game, then I'm going to go up to one of the elves, because they obviously know these things. Like, they're from the woods and all that.
They're from the woods!
They know about nature.
Oh no, they're from the woods.
So I'm just going to go up to them, I'm going to tap an elf on the shoulder and be like, hey, do you know what this is? And I'm going to like, show him the pouch full of whatever that herb was.
The elf turns around and he looks at it for a moment, nonplussed, and then goes, "Oh yeah, that's spit."
Like, from your mouth?
No, that's spit. It's a hallucinogen.
What?
a hallucinogen. Do you speak your own language?
Oh, dude, but be honest, like that's a big word. I mean,
It is a drug that makes you see things.
really? I just immediately look at Runk, and it's like, you got that pipe there.
It's also, I believe, illegal as far as your people are concerned.
Oh,
Yeah, but what about your?
We're gonna go to the watch immediately. I drag with out the pub and immediately start packing my pipe with it.
Back to the boat, or we just leave in Antarius?
How much spit do we have, Liam?
You had an entire sack. How did the guards
Yeah, I
not
know.
notice that when you were in the guardhouse?
Well, I'm assuming I was subtle. I've got a lot of things on my back right now.
You have enough for 20 doses.
Oh, nice. Okay, so extracted. Must pass a very hard toughness test.
Sorry, 10
Okay.
doses.
10 doses. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to smoke it, please.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. You decide to blaze up on some spit in the middle of the street.
No, go to the boat.
Is there an alleyway nearby?
Right,
I honestly think.
You can just make it worse now.
Right, I need one of you to make a stealth test to see about the quality of your hiding place to do drugs.
I got this. I got this.
Yeah, you do that one. Ah, reroll. Take a dark deal.
Oh no.
Yeah, there we go.
Use
That's lovely. Adding 5 it's gonna be lovely. We could
Right,
do.
You've had a very tough
you've
day.
spent a fortune point to find a place to smoke drugs.
I have no regret.
Okay, buddy. Alright, your call. Your call. Okay, Whittle,
God.
you managed to find an extremely comfy little spot, a little hideaway near the wall that leads on towards the factory. Well, not the factory, like the industrial area. And you took yourself into this little corner and you start smoking spit.
Whoop, whoop. So it's a very hard toughness test.
Yes.
And you're wanting to fail it this time.
Yeah, boy.
Very hard.
I'm lost to a fully real fantasy, which is a matter for you to handle.
It's gonna go very wrong.
Who gets the overdose?
We're not overdosing. We've got one
You
pipe.
see how badly you failed?
I mean, Singleman's knows so much about this, like we have no idea what
As
it's.
the pair of you inhale this hallucinogen, you feel this like deep tingly numbness take over your body, and then suddenly you're not in your body anymore. You're flying, and you're flying, and you're going very far away. And as in the real world, the pair of you fall to the ground and start drooling over yourselves as you curl up in the fetal position on the floor in the mud. In your mind's eye, you soar above the Empire. You fly far, far to the north, sailing across distant plains, across the forests, across the great depths of Kislev, all the way to the north. And there, looming above the snow, atop a great mountain, stands a black tower. And it crackles, and you see lightning descend from the sky, and it strikes the tower, and the tower bursts into flame, and
I don't want to say
two
this
large
anymore.
wings spread out from the tower,
Good stuff.
and you are having a very bad trip. Antarius, you can hear the sound of moaning and groaning coming from behind the wall of the tavern, which you
thought it was
could
a
go
good spot.
investigate if you wish, or you could just stay inside and not worry about it.
I mean, if it helps, I rolled for it as well. Apparently, it's going to last nearly an hour. So
I look for my companions who I brought to this elf bar, and I see that they're gone, and I realize they're a lot stupider than I thought they were, and so I go outside and I check on them, or I go to see what's making
You
the
find
noise.
the two of them in the fetal position on the floor with bloodshot eyes. Witold is like his tongue is out, he's licking his own face. There's drool everywhere.
Is this just
Runk,
is this just all?
Runk is like curled up on the floor. His eyes are rolled into the back of his head. He's pissed himself.
Is this all in the middle of this nice parlor?
No, it's not in the parlor.
No,
They're around the
we're
back.
in a very
like,
Oh yeah, they
this
went to the alley. Good scum.
And Antarius has just found this.
I kind of
Well, I
just.
suppose it's good that they're passed out and they've not gone wandering around following the hallucinations.
I figure that if they're in such terrible straits, that I could just leave them there, and like I don't want to mess with like really intoxicated people, so I kind of just let them sleep it off, basically, because I don't really know how to like fix them either or like sober them up.
So you're gonna leave them there.
Well, I just go back inside and I wait for a little bit. And, like I just kind of like go in and out, and I kind of check on them.
An hour. He can always pick us up later.
Like I
Let's
constantly
say
go outside and I
1d10
check out y'all.
minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
so 50 minutes.
yeah. So like I'm not like
1d10.
leaving y'all
No,
alone.
it's up to 10 minutes is what it's saying.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
your
it's
tri-
5
your trip
minutes
is
then.
like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's so I thought. Sorry, I misread that. I'm a bit drunk, so I shouldn't have said 50.
Yeah. So
We both
like
say the same thing.
I'm watching over y'all. I'm just kind of like waiting for like the worst to pass and like making sure no one's stealing y'all's shit. But I'm also trying to like make some new friends in this bar and establish myself as someone important.
You managed to, well, can you make a average charm test, please, to see how well you can ingratiate yourselves to the locals of the
Sure.
Yvres Patrons Club?
Liam also checked the
God.
DMs. I've been
Not
checking your account.
particularly well. It turns out that they're not a big fan of Leothor of Trace, who they think is some kind of human-loving Rykophile, and he's an embarrassment to the court. And clearly, you being one of his associates, you're not particularly worthy of the name of High Elf yourself. And soon enough, it doesn't take long for your conversations to go a bit sour, and you get the feeling you're not very welcome here.
With that, I
Just
take my
talks to
leave.
Runkin a little
and,
bit. It's only become a high elf.
I go check
Yeah,
on
Liam,
Brunk
can you check your
and
DMs when you get a chance?
Witold and see how they're doing.
Yeah, we both like sharing a trip here. That's pretty cool.
I failed literally every single roll today.
I mean, if you really want to prove to them you're a high elf, you have to smoke a list.
Sure.
How are the two doing? Are they still incapacitated, or are they starting to stir?
It's been an easy one for Cut today. Everyone's been.
You've just hidden everyone's shadow, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had a lovely time chilling. Well, yeah. As soon as my high work, you know.
I mean, if that's the
Sorry, I was just typing something. Right. Runk has had an interesting part of his vision. It's up to him whether or not he decides to share it with anyone else.
Probably not. Do I gain any understanding from that message? Do I understand any of the references that are a bit obscure? Okay, so it's nothing to do with like traditional dwarven legend or anything. Okay, all right, fine. I'm gonna. Whenever I wake up from my stupor, I'm just gonna stagger back to the boat.
Okay, you and Witold wake up around the same time.
yeah, I'm
It
gonna
doesn't take that long. It's only like a 5-minute trip.
I'm just gonna. That was amazing.
what did
I've never had such realism.
what did you see?
I saw a broken tower atop a hill with lightning striking it, and then
Wings,
I-
wings, right?
Wings, yes.
Yeah, no way. I
And then,
smacked
and
him.
then, I, and then I grab him by the arm. I look in his eyes and say, "You can't tell anybody.
Why?
I saw my wife."
Well, your wife was a tower with wings.
Your wife is the tower.
No, I saw her afterwards. She told me the stained hand guides the once mighty lord, and this power behind the throne curses us all. Lo, the horned rat then claims the broken king atop his throne of lies, and the white walls fall.
Well, that first bit sounds like lawn, doesn't it?
It could be.
I
I
think we need
shake
to
my-
be
I
suspicious.
shake my head in confusion.
Regardless, it seems that it's probably prudent for you to make your way back to the boat.
Come on,
I'll just
fellas.
stagger back with the soul.
We've burned our bridges here long enough. Time to get out of here.
Yeah, it's no right around here.
Okay, so the majority of you have reconvened at the Berabelli, and as it comes towards the end of the second day, it seems that preparations now need to be made for your journey towards Bogenhafen.
I'm gonna fall onto the boat and say, "Wake me up tomorrow," and just kind of stagger into a hammock and pass out. Coming down is not fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep with anything. I'm gonna be like, oh, is there anything you need to do? Because, you know, I think I could do with a nap too. Just be soup.
Hey kid, says Joseph as he makes his way over to you, rubbing his belly as he comes up to the top of the barge. You and your boys ready to go then? Because we need to get going in the morning.
I look around, are my boys around?
Well, two of them have just gone below deck to pass out. I think you've got Lorne and you've got Antarius, they're still on deck.
Is the dwarf
two
asleep
horses?
there?
And there's two horses that have been brought on board, yeah.
And the dwarf's asleep, yeah, boys?
And with Telltale too.
Yeah, Joe, it's probably best we go now before the little one wakes up.
You think so? What, you want to set off now?
Well,
Yeah, better to set off now and save the night.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I think he trailed in a little bit more blood.
Bloody hell, what did he get up to?
I don't know, but whatever it is, it's tuckered him out, poor thing.
Spit.
Well, alright then, we can start making our way. It's all the better for me. You know, we get down there early, I've got more time to unpack.
Why you throw me off
Want to
boat?
get there in time for that joust.
Why you throw me off boat? I didn't do nothing. Why you throw me off boat?
Bloody hell, he's talking to himself down there, did you hear that?
Dark wings.
Right then, I guess we'll start making ready to set off. You make sure everything's tied down good and proper. Go get yourselves to your cabins. Elf will knock on for you when it's your turn to take watch.
Sure.
Right then, let's get going. Say goodbye to Altdorf.
That's probably the last good set of walls we'll be seeing for days.
Oh, just before we go, here, take this. He hands you a turnip.
What is this an insult? What are you trying to say here, Joe?
He then turns with his own turnip and throws it into the river.
Am I missing something here?
What are you waiting for? Do it.
What's this all about, Joe?
Make the sacrifice, you dumbass.
Oh, right, yeah, of course, and I'll lob the ton up into the river.
Right, there we go. Stromfels, Master
Throw
of
me
the
in the-
Water, please do not let my barge sink on the way to Bogenhafen. I've given you a turnip, and my friend here has given you another turnip. Please, give your mercy upon us.
I don't want to fall in the water.
Now, everybody, spit over the side.
Well, I'm unconscious, so I'm not doing that.
I just grog over the side then, and I've submitted myself to this farce.
Does it count as a spit over the side if we dunk their heads in the river?
So everyone leans over it. Well, not everyone, but Joseph and his crew all partake in this ritual very seriously.
No. Antarius
I
really
copy.
spits. You know how like you spit out hair caught in your mouth? That's how he spits. He's like tit tit, and that's how he does like.
Once the strange ritual is completed, the barge pushes away from the edge of the docks and begins lowering its sail, and it sets off down the River Reich towards with a tributary that will join it to the River Bogen, and from there onward to Bogenhafen. A story
boy.
which we will discover next time.
Da, da, da.
Boys, it's a bad time to say I can't swim.
Everybody today has gained 30 experience.
Wow.
How much? 30 or 13?
30.
33.
30.
33.
33.
Now, I took the approach of mostly giving out XP to individuals during the session rather than waiting to the end, because then I just kind of end up confusing myself. So, I just kind of save the bulk XP for the end, and then everyone gets their individuals during the session. But, as always, there is this time 10 experience up for grabs for the person who has roleplayed the best today, according to majority vote. So, I'll start with Lexgrad.
It's going to have to be my boy Runk.
Yeah. Okay. Ben?
Gonna go with Runk as well.
Okay. Quinn?
Yeah, it's gonna be a runk.
Wow, I'm getting a unanimous one here. Lewis?
Whittle, because legendary boy, best friend now.
Antarius?
Oh, Runk.
Wow,
Very-
okay, yeah, I guess Runk is getting 10 XP. I think, to be fair, I will say that I think that everyone did quite well today. You all
Yeah,
had your
I
own
thought
thing
everyone
going on.
Mhm.
Admittedly,
I
well,
did. I honestly.
To be honest, I thought I was really quiet, but that kind of suited me today because I kind of have a headache.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say my two favourite moments of the entire session, even though it had nothing to do with me, was Lorne saying, "That's our dwarf," and then and you at every opportunity saying like, "I'm hiding in Lorne's shadow." Like they are literally you saying that like, "I hide in his shadow. I hide behind Lorne." I loved it.
I did enjoy. I enjoyed that scene when they were making their way towards the noble estate, and I enjoyed the scene in the Elven Embassy as well. I thought those were quite funny.
Yeah.
I did like the fact he made the humans wash.
Goddamn stuck-up elves.
Damn elves.
All right. Well, that is session 4.
Alright.
Dum-dum-dum-dum.